Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WWE Raw live stream. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network as I do everything backwards. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the channel. How's everyone doing? Happy holidays. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe as we do dive in to WWE Raw tonight. Looking forward to it. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. It's going to be a fun one. Blow up that chat. Click all the buttons. Be a part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, and strap in, strap on, grab your snacks. Grab your feel good and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you WWE Raw tonight. And we are the channel that brings you more live streams than anybody else out there. Happy to be back at it again. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the family. Be a part of all the shows as we jump into the last Raw of 2025. We're looking forward to this one. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. And we will kind of break down some of the stuff that happened over the weekend as mixed emotions are running wild in the IWC. But me and that pretty face got you for the next couple hours. If you don't know who we are, well, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick. Yes, we've got the last Monday Night Raw of 2025, and it is actually live this time. But we've also already got news for the first Raw of 2026, my guy, of allegedly, supposedly, rumoredly, of Chris Jericho is going to show up January 5th. I thought it would have been January 6th. He seems to like that date quite a bit, but allegedly he'll be there on the January 5th Monday Night Raw.
Well, I mean, again, it keeps him open for the Jan 6 parties, so don't want to miss out. Don't want to miss out, but yeah, man, if we kick off the year with something like that, that's insane to me on so many levels. I would have never guessed it. I would have put good money down that Jericho was there forever, that he wasn't going to leave. I thought the story back in the day, and I'd have to go back and really do some research, but I thought it was reported that he had so much longer on his contract. Again, with Jericho, could it be partly a ruse? I don't know. The dirt sheets have seemed to lock into the idea that Y2J will return. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think he will return, which again, we can get in the whole, that's a big surprising aspect to it all. I know that Jericho's always kind of halfway hinted, and everybody does that. Randy played around with going to AEW and being with FTR to kind of leverage a deal with WWE. You thought Jericho was the pillar, the behind the scenes guy, was like the unofficial EVP. I thought he had signed like a deal like Moose of like the longest AEW contract in history kind of deal.
Yeah.
But now he's allegedly, it seems, all but done and dusted. Because if Tony was going to use him, why would you wait to bring him back now?
Yeah, what was the hesitation? What are you waiting for? What are you working towards? Were you waiting for MJF to get the belt and set him up with MJF? That doesn't sound right. No. MJF being your new champ, I don't know if that's the way you go with it. And it does feel like, as funny enough, it seems like a large part of the crowd, a large part of their fan base have literally just said, screw him, we don't need him. Because how quickly we turned, my guy. So really, I mean, it will be very interesting what WWE does with Chris Jericho.
Well, speaking of how quickly things turn, we can talk about that happened on Saturday a little bit later. But a lot of people thought you would bring back Jericho at the Rumble. You would do him number 30 or number 1 kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. I don't mind it being, because this is almost pretty much the 1-year anniversary of Raw on Netflix. So they're going to go gangbusters to show, hey, look at how great we are again. Yeah, well, as they just closed out 2025 with TKO at an all-time high on their stocks.
Yeah, of course, right? They're killing it. That aspect of the business, we know it's not going anywhere. And for anybody who thinks that TKO itself is struggling or WWE struggling financially in any way, that's sadly Sadly, not the case for some out there.
Right. But I did mention about things turning quickly on Saturday. One of the dividing things that's been going around the IWC, the internet wrestling community, of Jon Moxley instantly babyface turn. The same guy that was taking over the TBS Superstation, wanted to destroy AEW, wanted to sit there and was throwing poison down Darby Allin's throat and all that, was just a month ago setting people on fire, putting people in body bags. Now, because he won the Continental Classic, he's the ace of AEW. I've seen that thrown around so much, and it angers me every time that they use that fucking term. But now he's the ultimate babyface. Everybody loves him. The Death Riders were amazing. You don't get it. They were great the whole time, and now he's so great as a babyface.
Man, oh man, oh man. Folks, ladies and gentlemen out there, if you can hear my voice, listen, there's not very many things that I'm very that I really, at some point I give up the fight. This Moxley thing is driving me up the wall. I've said it. I've been on the record. There's multiple clips about it. I'm still taking heat for it. Moxley's terrible. Moxley, as long as you continue to build this company around a guy like Moxley, this company is going to continue to be where it is. You're going to get bypassed by TNA. You're going to watch WWE, right its ship as they always do, and they'll get hot and they'll increase the gap, Nick. But Moxley can't wrestle. Moxley doesn't do well. Again, if you were going to do the babyface turn, do it emphatically. Have the Death Riders turn on him. The Death Rider shit has been lead boots to AEW this year. And I don't care. I don't care. Nobody has offered me otherwise. He's having great matches. He's putting people over. His matches were trash. The coffin match with Darby, one of the worst matches of 2025. And I will stake that claim any day of the week. Jon Moxley can't wrestle, Nick. He can't do it. It's not entertaining. It's not good. None of this has been strong. It's all lip service.
Was the Death Riders story of 2025 in AEW their equivalent to the John Cena retirement tour of weighed the whole show down in this aspect? Because it was very much the quick heel turn to a super quick babyface turn. Kind of nothing could progress unless that progressed in some sort of form or fashion on any aspect of the show. And I just, like you said, why don't you have the Death Riders turn on him if he's going to go the uber babyface? I don't get how a guy goes from literally setting people on fire and saying how he wants to destroy the company to he does a rah-rah speech, which we hear once every couple of months from Cope or FTR Bald, and everybody loves it. The man won the Continental Classic, and he sold it like, and it's all due respect. The Continental Classic was great this year, everything like that to an extent. The whole tournament overall was pretty solid. I will admit that. But Jon Moxley doing the rah-rah speech after it, to me, does not fully work as him. He's now this uber babyface guy.
Tell the story. And I said this on Saturday, Nick. Tell the story. It's simplistic. And people took offense to that. You're insulting the AEW fans. No, I'm insulting the booking, and I'm insulting those who will go to any depth to defend this company. That everything this company does is perfect. It's great. It's wonderful. They do no wrong. Are you kidding me?
It's like the Bobby Hill meme of those kids would be really upset if they could read.
Right? Like, it blows my mind. And the number of people, but the WWE, that's so what? I'm not talking about the dub. They got their own issues. They got their own problems. We can dissect that any day of the week.
Well, we can bring up we can either say hi to the people that blow our minds, pause. Or there's also been the story from a gentleman from the WWE who's employed by the WWE that didn't mention a single company in his tweet about just wrestler safety or anything. But boy, howdy did it become a tribalistic thing real quick.
Oh, real quick. And again, people are ignoring what they see right in front of their own eyes. And it's this undying cult-like loyalty that, again, it's, let's run to arms, folks. They said something mean. They just said something. They have an opinion. And it's the same people with the coming to a battle of wits, completely unarmed. And it's fun, man. It's become highly entertaining. And I recently heard Eric Bischoff talk about the same thing, because you know they're going to snap. You know they're going to lose their mind. You know they're going to go crazy, Nick, and it's hilarious to watch. Oh, you're melting down, bro. You're projecting. You're all projecting. Stop it.
You know how they're going to jump. But for those who don't know, so William Regal put out a whole tweet explaining of, I'm normally not on social media or anything, and explained his story of dealing with neck issues and having to have neck surgery and all of that and being safe in the ring. Again, said no company's name, mentioned no wrestler's name outside of his own. But everybody instantly, oh, why are you saying this now after the Kyle Fletcher spot of with the match with Moxley? Why did you say that about Braun Breaker? Why does it have to be? Why does something about wrestler safety, about human being safety, need to be a battle line?
Why do we? Yeah. Got to peg it to something, Nick. It blows my mind. Like, what are we doing? Would you argue William Regal kind of universally beloved? Like, both sides, like, you know, again, there's certain people that nobody cares what company they work for or used to work for. We just all kind of love them, right? Like,
if you dislike William Regal, you have a problem. William Regal doesn't have a problem.
And then again, so the minute he says something that you somehow extrapolate, and maybe it was the Kyle Fletcher thing that spurned him to say it, so be it. A, he didn't call anybody out. B, get over yourself. You don't work there. And if you saw the spot, why would you not agree with his sentiment? We all saw the spot. So this weird, toxic, undying loyalty to a brand, to a show, like, never say anything bad about Breaking Bad. Like, never say anything bad about fucking Dexter.
The Buffalo Bills, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
We're gangbanging on safety, my guy, right now. We're gangbanging on health and well-being. I saw someone, and we'll say hi to the people here probably after this.
Yes.
But I saw someone on my Instagram responding to the whole William Regal post and everything of, well, that's how they always land. They always land on their head. Really? We're gangbanging on concussions and everything. Fuck them. Let them be crippled. Why would William Regal? Fuck the Fed. Let them be crippled. What are we doing? That's the thing is you're so lost the fucking plot at that point that you're not even hearing what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was the same people who, what do you mean the building was quiet? Why would we come on here and lie? Why would we, as we're watching it live, and I say to you, hey, Nick, does it seem a little quiet to you? And you go, well, why, KJ? It kind of does. I don't hear a lot of fans right now. And people are like, you're lying. You're lying.
Well, I even spoke to somebody who was in the building and even explained, like, during certain matches, during the chunk of the show, the crowd got quiet. Not lying, not debating it.
Like, what are we doing? Like, we're literally defending observation. That's madness, not opinion. Observation. Like, it blows my mind.
They're going hard out here in these streets. But the man who went hard out in these streets on Saturday, Mr. Noob, winning the new predictions championship of 11 points. And even I like that there's the time at the end of he predicted to go off the air at 11:47.
Mm-hmm. I believe Bradley, Damian, and one other person, maybe Jason out there, all neck and neck. Had to look at all the points, how they broke down. But Mr. Noob stole it by a point, and 11:47 was the closest without going over. Someone did say 12:05, so that was pretty impressive.
Fair enough. I think I said like 12:30, but yeah, Mr. Noob's eastbound and down.
There you go. Mr. Noob's got his hands on that belt again, Nick. Spaz, Damian, Ronan, top 3 from Saturday night. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for that. That's your points in the chat. The more you chat, the more points you get, and super chat, super stickers get you bonus. So make sure you do that. Get in there. And Bradley kicking us off with gifting a membership. I think it's connected to fantasy hockey. I did get the W. Yahoo's got some weird rules when it comes to holidays and stuff, but we all had to go through it. So no excuses. Play like a champ.
And thank you for tuning into this week's episode of What the Puck, where we talk about hockey during a wrestling show.
Let's go. So thank you, Bradley. Welcome back as Larry's with us. A day early, you're traveling. Enjoy your time. Travel safe. I know some of the weather in certain parts of the world aren't pretty at all right now.
Well, he said he was going to watch the ball drop. Pause. Have you ever watched
Right?
the ball drop in Times Square, my guy?
Not in person. I have seen it on TV several times.
Fair enough.
You know, Dick
One of
Van
those you
Dyke
wake up at
dropping
1:15. Oh shit! Let me hit rewind.
balls. Yeah, I mean, as a young KJ, the first time I was just clicking through the TV guide and I saw, Dick Van Dyke drops balls. I was like, oh, I got to tune into this. It wasn't what I thought it was at all.
Followed soon by Daisy Does Dallas.
National Pepper Pot Day. All right, Pepper Potts.
Yeah, Tony Stark's wife. Why?
Isn't that the writer for Monet? Pepper Potts?
Oh, that's like an attorney or handler or something.
Right, 80 and AZ. Let's go. What up? I think that's coming out of our recent conversations lately, so that'll tell you enough.
Yeah.
Kevin's with us. Robert's with us. Let's go. Dean Ambrose, WWE. I don't like him there either. I don't like him.
I've seen the crazy take on Twitter of some people like, he'd rather die than go back to WWE. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's intense, man. He's like, again, there's a collective that are living and dying with this, and nothing can go wrong. Literally had people saying World's End was 2025's show of the year, but they also said that last month and the month before that. Like, how do they up the game every time? I don't get it.
Monkey do, but yeah, Tony Khan. Well, we never gave a true final rating. What would you say now that you've slept on it, sat on it? What is your final rating for World's End?
I generously give it a 7.
Get out of my head, because I was right around there. It's a good but not great show. I was going into it really expecting more than what I got.
Listen, I think another thing we've seen all year long, and maybe for as long as AEW has been around, World's End to me was another example of, if you just cut out the fat, you got a really lean fucking pay-per-view there for everybody. But there's too much shit that sucks. There's too many things that should be on Dynamite. Stick to the good stuff. And I'm not saying drop down to 4 like the dub, but I mean, let's be real. You're adding on matches the day of. Oh, here's just some more throw-in matches. There's too much extra shit. You said it. Your guy, MJF, won the world title, and you were like, all right, can we go to bed now? You should be more jazzed than that. The building should have been more jazzed than that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they added it to the pre-show, and he trimmed it down from like 13 to 10, but still, can we now maybe get from like 10 to 9 or 8? That's probably more your sweet spot, Tony.
Yeah.
And it was like the women's match, and around that, for whatever reason, just sucked the life out of the crowd.
Yeah, and I feel like the Darby Allin Gabe Kidd match was a little lackluster and not great.
For so much blood, yeah.
Oh, and people went on, oh, what a match. They bled everywhere. Okay, again, that's why I said
stock has fallen harder in 2025 to me personally than Gabe Kidd's.
What about Darby
I'm a huge fan of Gabe Kidd. He's gone from one of the top guys in Bullet Club in New Japan and all of that to now he's Death Rider number 6.
Or 7, we don't know. We're not sure.
Yeah, right.
People trying to tell me that John Moxley has gotten Wheeler Yuta over are crazy. People are trying to tell me that Kyle O'Reilly got over. Where's Kyle O'Reilly right now? Is he fighting for the world title?
I think he's hurt.
But where'd he go? And again, he's just with the conglomeration. We're not again. I would love to come on and tell you all the wonderful things about John Moxley. I just don't see it. And just because he was booked heavy in the biggest spot in the company doesn't mean it's been good. I'm sorry, it hasn't.
Right.
I can't fathom it.
Well, we can fathom talking to more people.
Eric, let's go. How you doing? This one should be awesome. Sean, what is up? Let's go. Can you pull off the dub tonight? We're cheering for you. Reader has been on fire, finished with a 9-5 record, and is very close to clinching it all. I think it's all but done, but some people don't want to believe that.
Well, the man's on like the babyface run of now. It's at this point, the whole rest of the league outside of one person is cheering for this man.
Yeah, taking down the giant. So
well, taking down the final boss. But yeah, and man came in like a fucking whirlwind, just wiped us both off the map.
That's it. But I'm pumped because I'm winning. by definition, winning the consolation championship. So I still feel like a champion. You're losing the bronze.
Yeah, because Josh Allen decided he wanted to fumble it, and we played in the rain, and it was just the heartbreak of heartbreaks. I almost wanted to turn that game off, and then we get down to the nitty gritty, and we were that close away from a 2-point conversion. Now, maybe if our kicker can suck enough, Philadelphia Eagles tackle Jalen Carter wasn't just jabbing people in the eye and Tata Hajime people and everything, you know, might have worked out.
There's a lot of ifs, Nick. There's a lot of ifs.
Yeah, well,
no, but
how are Maple Leafs doing?
Not good. But shout out to Reader and anyone else that participated in the fantasy football. Of course, we will be here, I believe, the first weekend of February for the Super Bowl. Looking forward to that. Our annual Super Bowl parties. So be a friend, tell a friend on that one.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Let's go. Ken back with us. Let's go. Daryl, how you doing? Daryl Keith Ford. Daryl Ford. I like it. Ronan. No. Randy OG. Let's go. Damien's back with us. TJ, good to see you. Nick saying it's live. It is live.
Tonight is live tonight. If it's not like we had around Christmas week of where everything was taped.
Right. Ken back at it again. Christian, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back, sir. Jose, welcome. Paul, let's go. Impatient, ready to get into the chit chat. Let's go. Byron, welcome back, sir. Happy New Year. My birthday is on New Year's Day. Can I get a happy birthday? Happy birthday, my guy. And do keep up. Click that little bell because we're going to throw up a live stream for a couple days over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So pop in, say hello to everybody. Wish Paul a happy birthday, but happy early birthday, our buddy, old pal.
Yeah, old pal Paul. But yes, happy birthday, my guy. But yes, we will, much like the Yule log, we're kicking off 2026 with a little festive, playlist you can put on in the background.
Right, just gonna give everyone a spot to come hang out, say hello. Worked well once, we'll try it again.
It's like one of those like murals or whatever, like you had it like the end of the year to where everybody can go, and like it's like trading around yearbooks at the end of the year.
Right. Welcome back, Hassan. Let's go. How you doing? Scott, member for 29 months. Hi guys. Is it live or on Memorex? Let's go, Memorex. Big shout out. Deep cut. I really don't think I can imagine Jericho in WWE. I can. It's just, I think the saving grace, we'll find out, is Jericho doesn't have the sway, I would say, that he has with Tony.
He's going to, well, no, not at all. He's going to be, not. That's why everybody thinks that this is a little weird, because he had the biggest sway with Tony. This is like Hogan leaving WCW with Bischoff to go hang out with Vince. Go ahead.
Is there a chance that he comes back, does like a Hall of Fame run, and then goes back to AEW?
You whore.
If anybody, Jericho don't care.
What is the Ric Flair? But no, I'm almost thinking he'll be the Stranger Things tie-in of they'll just do the countdown. They'll do some little, glitchy thing. Break the wall down. Now, does he come back to that, or
no? You got to come down. You got to come back to break the walls down. I'm sorry. Some people won't.
We're gonna get the Stranger Things crossover on that show.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a way to stroke off all the Netflix execs.
Shit!
Do that little tie-in. Break the wall down.
That sounds too good to not do. That sounds like everything they would want to do.
Hunter, our socials are scrolling right through there right now. We'll be a show for you, and then we'll do Tony on the Wednesdays. What?
Right. Bradley, good shout out to you, sir. AD, Garrett, Scott, we got you. Mega's back with us. Dale, the OG's in the house. Let's go. Bradley, Ronan, Paul, we got you, sir. Joseph is with us. Spaz drop in, 10 bones. Go.
The battle for number 2 is already heating up. The TNA AMC debut, which we'll get this week or next week too, has sold 1,000 more than Dynamite coming in 2 days. Also, I need one of you guys to Google image search Periscope fish. No. Just because you said that, no.
That's terrifying. Let's be real. This will become the debate. And at what point, Nick, we're going to talk about on-screen product and things like continuity, storytelling, overall matches. TNA is now going to be in the conversation for that. But then you're also going to be seeing how many tickets is TNA selling to events, how many people are watching. It's going to be a very interesting year from that standpoint.
This is now, we've said it, as I've got about a minute and a half before Raw kicks off, of this is now, there is no safety net for TNA. You got what everybody said. Now is where you can compete in the ring, is you got a TV deal. Now it's going to be, are you going to be that actual true number 2 or try and make a run at it? Are they going to stay live? Are they going to go taped? Is that 9 o'clock time slot going to be where they stay? Do they go back to 8? It's going to be interesting to see how it goes going forward. And I have a bold prediction already in my head, but I know we're going to do a whole stream about bold predictions for 2026. You need to hit that bell notification and tune in for that.
Sunday. But thank you, Spaz, for the $10. We're about 40 seconds away. And yeah, it will be very interesting. And it will be, will the TNA fans kind of act the way, act towards AEW, kind of the way AEW acts towards the Fed? We'll see.
Well, will they migrate? Will there be the WWE fans that shift and chill for TNA? What have you?
We'll see. Leland, welcome. Jason, Dennis. We'll come back to Paul, and J1's with us. Safit's with us. Let's go, as we are about 10 seconds away. More Leland, let's go. People can't handle the truth. It's true. And again, we want everyone to have an opinion. I just don't like when you don't have any substance. What's up, Tanisha? And there you go. MDB, welcome back. The Knee Pad Patrol is here. J-Boy's with us. Readers with us. Joe, how you doing? The Kaiju Warrior, let's go. Welcome. Nick, I don't know if you see any I missed. I feel like I'm pretty close. Corey's with us. What's up, dude? Nayer's back.
I see Curtis. I see Action Jackson. I like this stuff from Corey because going back to what you were saying, Nick, if was a 5th, we'd all be drunk.
Let's go.
But Ronan, I see you. Byron, what up? Spaz, as I'm scrolling through. Who do you think Chris Jericho will have a feud with first during his return? Ooh, as I got the Netflix logo going through. Then. Ooh, it might be spot on.
A nice reprieve.
Yeah. Now, oh my God, if we could be closer, I don't know how.
Let's go, folks. Nick and I are syncing up. You can do the same at home as the show is kicking off. However, just blinked by. They got to work on that.
Well, it'll be interesting as, hey, Boston, what up? Ken, I think, was out there asking for a search party for you earlier.
Right. We found Gamer. How you doing, buddy? You doing okay? Hope you're well.
Well, you should be doing well with getting Patriots just wall up the Jets and everything. I was expecting him to be out there bragging about that and bragging about my Bills losing.
There's a lot of people angry that the Patriots are this good, this fast. You fuckers.
Everybody hates Boston. Yeah. Not just Boston, but also Boston. Yeah.
Right. In 2026, Dark State will become Nick's favorite team. I highly doubt that.
Not no way, not no how.
So we go back to last Monday. Theory pleading his case, saying, hey, I was sitting at home and I wanted to be friends with you. Which a lot of people are concerned, Nick. Is he a double agent?
I feel like we kind of brought that up initially, way before it was even announced fully that it was Austin Theory. It just looked like it was that way of guys hitting stomps, guys making it seem like it's Seth doing it. So I wonder if he's that sleeper cell of that's goddamn Jason Bourne, of Austin Theory out here going to play this little once Seth comes back around. Because, I remember we were looking up the whole if he was actually paired up with the Monday Night Messiah, and he was.
Yeah, I mean, again, the history there, like you said, good point. And this wasn't a thing of like Paul brought him in. I mean, we don't know. He says, oh, yeah, I just wanted to be a part of the team. I see what you're doing, but can we trust Austin Theory? I like his vibe. I like his energy. I like the way he looks right now. we're doing good things with this. I think it's got a lot of hope for next year.
Oh, absolutely. And I think he looked really great in that match that he had. He didn't look like he was the Jamoke that he was before. Ashley gets the win. But I question why you got to have the trio. Hey, Rey Mysterio out here with Chico for anyone that remembers Friday After Next.
Right? Let's go. What'd you do to my dog, man?
Yeah.
That's not right.
But why would Austin Theory have to have a trio instead of just I want to be in the group or getting selected? No one else had to have a trio.
Yeah, maybe because it is more of a solidified group, and it is one of those things of we don't know if we can trust them. We don't know who you are. We don't know you. Who are you? So, and maybe they feel like, I know we saw a little bit of it, like with Bronson, like talking down to him. You're not quite good enough for us. Now he's got to prove him wrong.
But then Austin Theory came right back with it and said, no, I'll lead it, as we are going to get the Vision kicking off tonight.
They really are. So the Vision all set to kick this one off with Logan Paul and Theory. Like, this is like the look of this faction with Paulie is good. It's like, it's got the vibe that you're looking for as far as, you know, they look cohesive and strong and young and up and coming.
Dangerous alliance.
Exactly that. I try to avoid saying it, but you're right.
No, that's what it is. And that's, I think, why certain wrestling fans that are of a younger generation don't fully get why this makes sense and how this works. Because normally there's got to be this. This is the Don Callis family done correctly.
Yeah, this is what Don Callis family thinks they are.
Except with just 57 members.
Right. And as you notice, Paul not on commentary very often.
No, I don't think we've seen Paul on a commentary.
Right? He's doing that thing, managing. He's doing that managing thing.
Right. I think that's why for our end of the year 2026 for Lifeys, now the Manager of the Year award's been switched to the Paul Heyman Award. The Year award, because he's won it so many times in a row.
Right. But here comes the Vision to kick this one off. Remember, folks, January 5th, Braun Breaker, CM Punk, title is on the line. And I got Braun.
So Kevin Nash, you don't like that he's out there, Punk's out there wrestling in a t-shirt and he's throwing slow punches allegedly? You haven't seen this?
Shut the fuck up, Kevin Nash.
That's Kevin Nash's issue. I saw someone that's like, man who wrestled his entire career in a singlet gets mad at wrestler who wrestled in a t-shirt.
And like moving slow and, slow punches.
You're going to be the world champ of the top company right now, my guy. You got to have that physique. You got to have that body.
Okay. Or he's Reg Dunlop and we still respect him for it. Let's what are we doing?
Shut up.
Yeah.
I think he tore his quad when he was reaching for that take, but yeah.
I mean, again, I like some of Kevin Nash's opinions, but I mean, pot, meat, kettle on that one a little bit.
Well, and have we kind of clearly set up that Braun Breaker's the leader of this? You have Bronson Reed that's been his second in command, a little solo Sokoa-y. Logan feels like he's just here for a good time, not for a long time.
Logan's like the house guest that thinks he's kind of part of the family, but isn't, like Owen Wilson and Wedding Crashers, like that guy.
Yeah, he's the cousin that just won't go home.
Yeah, he's just like shoulder on Paul, elbow on Paul's shoulder, and just like, hey. Like,
when he catches the microphone that Braun spiked and everything, it's just like, woo, and walks off.
But a lot of heat from the crowd tonight. And just right on CM Punk.
Right.
Again, the crowd is loud, folks. And again, you got to call what we see.
My ass off. Wasn't Samoa Joe just AW champ? Talk about physique. But Joe was a badass. Joe was part of the main event mafia. You don't say bad things about the main event mafia.
Right. Oh, shit. Paul getting booed hard. Stupid ass CM Punk chance. This stupid.
My name is Paul Heyman. And they can't even let him get out.
No. And then what's good? Oddly enough, this group has helped Paul. Because
Paul's always going to be the one he's.
You know what I mean? Though,
like pro wrestling, he will always find the next fresh carcass to pick at.
Yeah, it's actually freshened him up. It makes him like he's getting more heat with this group than he has in a while because we kind of like some of the guys he was hanging out with for a bit. So now he's with this crew and he's getting a ton of heat.
It's like when he had, what was it? When he had Brock Lesnar, The Big Show, Nathan Jones, all that.
Right. The crowd is not that loud. Like, what are we doing here, Paul? Why are you playing with my emotions?
Really? They got Paul Heyman shook, but the crowd ain't that loud. What?
Oh, DC. What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on now.
Does Roman show up on the 5th?
Maybe. They love that shit.
Do you announce that? Or do you just keep that close to the vest?
You could probably announce it. I don't know. Are you planning on? I'm assuming Roman's going to be doing something at Rumble.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of one of the favorites right now to win the Rumble.
Ooh. Oh, sorry. I was just saying hello to Wesley real quick.
Oh, you're good. Shout out Wesley. Sorry, I clicked the
Nathan Jones.
I'm the bugger from Mega Road.
Bro.
When he was out there paired up with Taker, I love me some Nathan Jones. I'm a huge Sean O'Hare mark too.
Right, bro. I went to a show here when I was younger, and Nathan Jones filled in for someone. It was like supposed to be the Undertaker, and Nathan Jones filled in for him or some shit. We were upset about Nathan Jones. That's all. My biggest Nathan Jones memory is he was not supposed to be there, and he was.
Who he was paired with the Taker at one point is now we've got Austin Theory getting his hand raised by Paul Heyman. So now the newest official member.
It's a great group. As far as heels go and as far as overall potential, this is a phenomenal group.
Well, Simone saying his division, this generation's new blood from late WCW, except done properly. No, because I've listened to the rise and fall of WCW back to back now. No, not at all. This is more dangerous lives. I know everybody wants to well, you said you didn't want to mention that word, but that's what this is.
Listen to the heat for Theory. And people are glowing.
Doesn't look like Daniel Garcia though.
It's a loud crowd, folks.
Job said just re-up tonight. I think we could notice with the fantasy football chat, my guy. Bills Mafia locked in, ready for Monday Night Raw. Leave the chat for a minute, and y'all turn it into a steel cage match without me. Rams hammer time. Not gonna lie, you had us in the first half.
Let's go. Oh, it was a good run, bro. Good run. CM Punk chants echoing out. And here we go.
Like Mussolini and Kennedy. And now you can just see Heyman of this fucking song.
No Punk, though. Okay.
Now Punk.
Do you see?
Someone needs to clip, though, the Heyman, those stupid CM Punk chants. That fucking song.
I hate this fucking song. Grayson Waller's still a bum. Poor Grayson.
Yeah.
We left him behind.
No, he's now part of the G'day.
The Bidet?
The Bidet with New Day? Yeah. Hey, what do you say down by the bay with some hay?
Punk losing the title. I like Punk, the idea of Punk losing the title on the 5th, and I theorized because I love the idea of Punk winning the Elimination Chamber in Chicago to get and then he challenges for the title back. The rematch.
Okay, I was going to say, how do you get back there?
That's how. Elimination Chamber, Chicago.
I mean, it would make sense if it's in. It's not just. It's always going to be the thing. It's like Brett in Canada,
Yeah, kind of, right?
CM Punk in Chicago. It's always
It
going to be that
feels like
thing.
it. And remember, he got screwed last year at the Elimination Chamber, so he can run it back.
Right. Well, does Punk go towards Gunther at some point?
That's the question. What's next for Gunther? How does this work out? I know AJ Styles is kind of maybe on the periphery of Gunther. So I don't know, man. We'll see.
Well, just don't ask AJ Styles to sign an AEW championship.
Yeah, no doubt. But you kind of got to be smart about that, right? Like
Well,
you didn't
no, everybody pulled up
worth a try.
Darby signing a WWE championship, but it A was for a little kid, B it's AEW, and C you had this dude that's a full-grown adult with his camera right in AJ's face, so
right?
Like, clearly doing it of what's your reaction going to be?
Right, give me this moment.
Spaz with a $5 super chat. Hear me out. Usos, Lucha Bros, Trick Mellow Gang, Leon Javon, Tag Team Ultimate X at Mania.
Oh, all right.
I think Anthony's been the one that's been the biggest flag bearer, or you might have been you too, as
Anthony for sure.
Ultimate X match at a Mania.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Why not? Big chance for Punk.
Well, more time. 4-on-1, Punk. So what are you trying to do?
Well, Punk's saying clear the ring so we can talk face to face. It was me.
Anthony heard his name and instant camera running.
Right, let's go. As I said, Anthony had that one for sure.
You're scared, little man.
Playing with the man's emotions. CM Punk eggs on Braun.
Never knew that with a Steiner because you know he's not good at math.
Right.
Fraction was made for this match. I didn't realize how much YouTubers out there that really don't like CM Punk. Why?
Is that true though? Like, is that like I mean,
I don't want to know your sample size, your research that you did to fucking figure that out, but yeah.
That's interesting. Could be true. I like him.
Yeah. Well, you got two YouTubers that like him, so there you go. We're balancing the odds back out.
He's a draw. He's a draw, and that's what this business is about.
He's a goddamn talent. He is one of you.
This is long though. Like this is like okay,
yes.
Drawn out a little.
But this is going to be your. Well, I can't even say this is your only build for it because you've had like fucking 3 weeks to build to it. But this is your final build to next week.
What do you got, kid? I like this. Face to face, Punk. The Vision backs off. Why are we here? Asked Braun, Nick. Why are we here?
Well, the best thing with Braun is he has that intensity and that tone like Scott does. And Scott was always a better promo than Rick. And he's got that. You always feel on edge with him.
Right? The most feared man that walks the halls. The tribal thief.
And then
the Maverick.
Christ almighty. Yeah, how's your brother doing with his broken jaw, Jake?
Yeah, how's that feeling? How's that feeling? Theory just...
Yeah, that's some, Jason Bourne just, not emoting, not reacting. This is
right?
my life. This is my gun shit.
Yeah, just the complete opposite of Logan Paul. It's all bright and bouncy.
One day I'm going to main event WrestleMania. You might main event. Would he main event this year's WrestleMania?
He could. He really could. And again, I think if you sold us on, Punk, he beats Punk on the 5th. You give him, the run. You have Punk win the Elimination Chamber. There's your night one main event. Braun Breaker, CM Punk, second, maybe third time. I'm okay with it.
But does Seth, Punk, or Roman Cody 3 out main event that.
That all, yeah, a lot of questions, right? Like, maybe it's night 2, but yeah, I mean, is Seth going to be back? When is Seth going to be back? Will Seth be a Royal Rumble surprise? Like, yeah, a lot of questions have to unfold, and I could be completely wrong. Punk could beat Braun, and
Who's
pretty
more like
good.
a
And
dog
we're getting
than me?
parties. Roar, 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 roar.
The dogs in the house. Then we hit the field like, whoa. And it sounded like, whoa.
This is good for Braun, though. And Braun stepped up to the plate.
He's a guy like an Oba that just, they hit the ground and were blue chips already. Like, you already know that that's the number 1 draft pick kind of guy.
Yeah. Dude, Tim, know what he reminds me of, Nick? And this might be a stretch, but he's like Vladdy, right? Like, we knew his daddy. We know, the family he comes from. And now he's this 2nd, 3rd gen guy that we're all kind of rooting for. And you're like, can he do it? Can he do it? And he starts really showing signs that he can do it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's akin to a Randy Orton-esque of guys got all the DNA in there that you should be good at this, and has that same athletic similarity to Goldberg on his early WCW run of, I've seen everybody replaying that I Show Speed Spear from the Rumble.
Right.
And just, how they used to clock this man's, rope
speed
and everything. Yeah.
Insanity, right? And he's showing he can go on the mic. Like, Punk's giving him all the time in the world. Just staring at him like B-Rabbit. Like, what do you got?
I am white. I am a fucking bum. I do live in a town with my mom.
That's good. I like that.
All that up and Punk just to CM Punk chance.
Again, the crowd is, for me, so important when deciding how things are going for a company.
They are a character. They are an integral part.
And they're eating it up. They're eating it up. Like you said, all Punk had to do was throw his hands out.
Well, there is even a reason why you go and watch a big movie that you want to watch at the theaters, because you want that to experience it with the crowd reaction to it.
Right.
It's not the same when you watch it at home and there's no one around. Hence why we do this. What?
Right.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to hit him with your arms are just too small to box with God.
Ooh. Pick it up.
It's a privilege.
It's something that I earned, and I'm not ready to let it go.
This is good shit, man.
Well, it's a CM Punk promo. Of course it's going to be good. I still just hate CM Punk's little pompadour fucking haircut. Like, either trim it down or comb it down.
I thought he was getting ready to do fucking, go back into heel season 3 or 4. That's what I thought he was preparing for with the haircut.
Oh, we'll go the whole straight slick back and everything.
Right.
Like a pimp named Slickback.
But you're right, we're not the same. Because one of us is CM Punk.
That's so good. Punk. So good.
Like, he's now in that archetype to where he's the vet when his initial run in WWE,
right?
He was on the other side of this promo. This is now a Triple H, a John Cena talking to CM Punk with this of one of us is CM Punk and the other isn't.
Yep. We'll see you January 5th. Gives him a little shove and off he goes. I mean, it was long, but it was good for the vast majority of it. I thought deliver to the point, selling you on that the title match that's coming up. Braun can hang. Braun can hang. Punk's Punk. Braun can hang.
Oh, absolutely. Braun's very much established himself. He's not. I don't know if there's a full weakness in Braun's game right now.
No, I think he's kind of rounded it out.
Catch Can Man. Hello, wrestling friends. What up? J-Boy. Hello, if you can hear me. Well, we can read you and we can see you. We can't hear you, but yes.
What up? What up? Is Raquel getting set for a triple threat tonight?
After she survived that lovely contusion for a bruising on her
Did you
forehead.
see that shit? Oh my god!
Good old fucking egg on her face there.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it hard to kind of dispute right now? I know there are, and Paul pointed out, there are a lot of people that hate CM Punk, but this has been a good CM Punk. I mean, Liv, never mind, timeout.
316, where you at? No, well, with the anti-CM Punk rhetoric, to me, it's Punk derangement syndrome, a little bit of you can't let shit go past a certain point of it is forever fuck Phil, and I don't get why.
Is that what it is? I mean, again, it's got a point of like, regardless of what he does, he can't, like, for some people, they'll never let go of what he used to be.
This man sat there and came out with Larry's dad jacket on and was grabbing at it after he had to put his dog down, and someone was gangbanging on that. Like, it's forever fuck Phil with some people.
We've seen the clips. We posted some of the clips. You know, him playing around with the referees, him running around. We saw him run out in a towel. Like, he's had it as Liv just pets Raquel.
Single white female.
I'm sorry. This is interesting. But we got Fearless coming out.
Oh, you're gonna leave me with
Nikki's with me over. It's shit.
Eagles ass, Nikki Bella walking out here. So we are gonna go into the women's triple threat for the world title right now.
I'll be right back.
Yes, KJ is gonna take a pause for the cause as I gotta try and put over known Eagles fan and potential alleged rumor girlfriend of Cooper DeJean, lovely Caucasian cornerback from the Philadelphia Eagles. But yes, we are getting the women's world title up next on Raw, as we had Liv Morgan. Well, we had Raquel Rodriguez, then Roxanne showed. Well, Liv showed up, then Roxanne showed up, and we had the little let's be honest moment with Liv and Roxanne, which they've kind of done that at times a bit before with Liv, but I digress. You know, I saw that Jose, that thing had some, what the hell? Rodriguez about to turn face. John Moxley. I mean, I could see it at some point. I don't know if right now is the time. Honestly, I'm waiting for the end of this Nikki tryout. Maybe after tonight, she's done 2026. No Nikki Bella. I'm still surprised that we're like everything's okay with the ladies of Judgment Day, of Liv, Roxanne, Raquel. Everything seems cohesive so far. So we'll see how that lasts. But yes. Let me know, folks, who you got for this match, whether you got Stephanie, whether you got Nikki, or you got Raquel, as I'm now getting the WrestleMania advertisement. I'll at least give WWE credit. And I know everybody's fucking spit roasting Rosenberg over his take on Moxley's promo, calling it incoherent and right before the main event, but at least with the WWE advertisements that we're getting on Netflix, they're advertising themselves. They're not like Joe's Crab Shack or, Scrub Daddy. You're getting advertisements for WrestleMania, advertisements for NXT, etc. Nikki Bella for the win. Oy. Excuse me, I'm gonna. I don't know if it's exactly that bad, but Vance, RIP the Falcons. What has even happened with the game? Score update, because I haven't seen that yet. Rosenberg, I didn't say anything about the man, but I was saying how he sat there and put out a tweet of saying, long story short, of course, this is what you need right before a main event is an incoherent, rambling promo. And again, everybody's got to make it. That's clearly aimed at something, but everybody has to make it a giant fucking issue. But yeah, the real winner of this match, I think we're all the real winners of this match. That Kerr for the win. Michael Vick still the QB? No, right now it's Kirk Cousins. After Michael Penix, and I have to say Penix instead of what it might look or sound like. Sorry, cough button. But no, Michael Vick is actually one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player of all time, despite the controversies. But I'm back in action as I got Raquel coming out now and in the ring. 0-0 first quarter, Nick, so far. So then why were you, I think, especially, saying rest in peace, Falcons? How did we get there? Christian, Nick, again, I know what your worst moment is in 2025 when I asked your friends if they can volunteer to give Adam Pearce CPR at Clash in Paris. Fair enough, Christian. At least you're self-aware. I will give you that you asking me about giving people CPR, a low light. I'll admit that, but self-aware, and I appreciate you. Kurt Cobain's, lad. Would you say Mike Vick is your dog? I'd say he's my dog. Stephanie for the win. JV, who gets added to JD? I don't think you get people added to it. I think you start to implode it. Maybe Gable has a way to get him away. Well, is he going to just take it over now because you just had Ludwig as Grande kind of turn babyface at the last AAA show? So does he kind of now walk away and go back to being a Ludwig or anything with that gimmick? And now you get Gable that takes over and everybody just acts like that was a fucking fever dream. I don't know. We'll see. Who do you think is going to show up tonight from NXT to Raw? No one right now. You're not going to do anything like that until 2026. Obviously, we know 2026 SmackDown's going pretty much to 3 hours from out of the gate. So you're probably going to get a Trick added, probably going to get a Javon. I don't know if they're going to add anybody to Raw. I think they're going to really just more flex and, extend SmackDown's roster. Too soon? No, never too soon. Liv interrupts the match. Could be then you get some easy DQ out of it. That's the thing is nobody or a disqualification the more likely choice out of this whole situation. As Alicia Taylor announcing us right now, he could host the Puppy Bowl. Let's go. That would be the ultimate redemption arc. Nick, here's another dish for the Wrestling for Life cookbook. Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid, Red Velvet Cake in the shape of a heart. Well, there you go, Christian. I think we're all big fans of cake out here. This would be when the voice beyond hits the yum, but I digress. The fun part if Gable goes back to Grande, Mercado, Bravo, and Royo, all the same. So Megazord were just, Green Ranger, Blue Ranger shit. Raquel Rodriguez has really, I'm glad she's managed to avoid the health issues that she had last year. And she's kind of fit into that, big rack mommy, that big mommy cool Kevin Nash-ish vibe of doesn't have to be the champ, but is still kind of over, still legitimate. Anthony, I wish that Javon would have won a title in NXT before coming to the main roster. I think that he was cheated. I don't know if he was cheated, and again, I don't even know if he's going to jump to the main roster. I think it's more of he might have just speed run his kind of developmental a little bit with that of the man was on every main show in WWE in 1 week at the same time. So yeah. But we are about to get ding ding bell ring for this women's world title triple threat. So if you haven't already, last minutes, let me know who you got, as we've got Nikki Bella taking on Raquel Rodriguez, taking on the champion Stephanie McMahon. I'm the White Ranger, ironically. There you go. Are you sure you're not supposed to be the Black Ranger? Kid. MDB, she's still playing. I didn't say anything about her language. Okay. Whose language? What offensive language? What? Wait, is everyone in the ring Latina? No. Yes. No. Well, are the Bellas technically Latina or are they Italian? Therein lies the question. Milfy. Oh, no, that's Brie. What? Sorry. No, it's not even actually because Brie mode. Dean Blandino. The sign in the background says this is Brett Core's era. I don't think that there's really a way to disagree with that too much. I mean, I think she's got to be on a lot of people's short list for breakout wrestler of the year, for women's wrestler of the year, for at least some sort of accolade. Her with 2025 has to be annotated and marked. Yeah, you're a Vacker backer. Coming soon in the merch store. We're going to be all Vacker backers. Bellas are Hispanic light. Ah, okay. Well, I know they're technically Garcias, but I know, aren't they, like, I feel like they're heavy Italiano. But anyways, out here trying to act like 23andMe or something. No, they're not. No, I didn't know hip hop. What? Oh, got that one. As I am in commercial break right now, so I will remind everybody, be your friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe as we're ever so close. We keep bouncing around with 8K and all of that. We just crush it for AW World's End. We've got NXT tomorrow night, and then again, we've got the New Year's Eve kind of Christmas, well, New Year's playlist. I said Christmas because I'm used to the last one. But we've got a New Year's kind of live stream for everybody. Again, it's a little bit like that, everybody pass around your yearbook, but again, sorry, I felt the cough button. But again, thank you everybody so much for an amazing 2025 at this point. We've hit marks we didn't even think were possible, especially being 3 years into the game. I think we've hit 1 million views on the channel this year, of continue to grow and expand, and it's just been a hell of a ride and a fun ride. And I'm glad that the family, the caravan of calamity, the caravan of fun, the fucking, wrestling for life train, the WFU keeps growing. Nick's old coffee, eh? Yeah. Got that, viral infection there. Pause of wifey got sick and then just decided she wanted to spread it. But I was thinking too, MDB, Nikki was happy. There. Like I said, I'm not playing 23andMe, but Spaz with a $5 super chat. Logan Paul gets a lot of reactions in the Mud Show Cowboy. The world is healing. Someone hold my hand and sing Kumbaya. Did you wash your hand, sir? Did you wash your hand? But, well, it's even still interesting because Moxley did get, at least for that crowd, a babyface reaction. I know you were talking about Hangman and all that, but I'm going to pivot that way of, I feel like the crowd at times can just be worked to emote a certain way, whether they mean it or not. But yeah. And again, the spirit of, fair enough, Christian. Bailey Soroka White breaks out a guitar. I love 3 different flavors of Latina. Thank you, Triple H. But wait, no, he doesn't like different people, right? Yeah. As Nikki off the top gets caught by Raquel. Fall away slam. Yeah, I really hope respectfully that this is probably the last match we see of Nikki in a long time, because I don't care. I know she's great. Some people like her. Some people feel away, have nostalgic memories. I don't think she contributes anything. She's not a viable threat. So I think we just move along and spend more time on investing on people who are going to be here. Like a Raquel is a big shoulder tackle from Raquel on to Steph. Oh. About to go for a bit of a rack attack. I thought she was going to halfway go for like a razor's edge or something. Yeah, she's about to hit a whole rack attack. Motorboats come up. What? Baylor Soruka, how are you hating on Nikki but haven't besmirched AJ Lee at all? Because AJ Lee hasn't been here to be besmirched. No one expected AJ Lee to be here for a long time. AJ Lee was here for a good time. No one expected Nikki Bella to be here for a long time. As Nikki breaks it up, Stephanie with a suplex. Oh, she about to set up the devil's kiss.
I'm not missing this.
About shucky ducky quack quack for this.
I had to get in here for this one. Let's go. Let's go.
Yum yums.
Right.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, it's Big Mommy Cool breaks it up. Yeah, I was gonna say you were so excited about the devil's kiss, you even had us in the wrong slots.
Right, I was distracted. I had to pass the KJ upon the left-hand side.
Stephanie up over top. Yeah, so how do you feel about the Nikki Bella experiment? Should we end this? Are we good? Can we be mad at Nikki if we're not mad at AJ?
Nikki looks like I'm so torn because I'm not a Nikki Bella fan. She looks like she's slimmed down even further. Looks like she's been hitting the gym. I don't know if that's in hopes of being in better shape. What she cut, the promo she cut last week was amazing. I want to be mad about it, but I call it as it's happening. She's doing some okay things.
You mean the reality TV star was good at talking on a microphone?
She did it well, man, though. I think she's a terrible promo usually. The last couple have hit.
I think 2025 needs to end this. To me, she's not a viable threat anymore. It's nostalgia click, it's nostalgia bait. Is she going to be the way that Steph loses the belt without getting pinned?
No way. Not today. Oh, the crowd pops. Yo, we got a figure 4.
Now, is this an attack and a submission or a double submission?
I don't care what it is.
Kids out there doing the Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me.
Right. Are they saying thank you, Cena? That's hilarious. Nikki looks great. Again, she looks slimmer than she did last time I saw her. Yeah, that's a terrible boot. Oh, she no-sold it. Good job. Kick me like that. That's lazy. Oh, Snapdragon. Or Dragon Screw. Dragon Screw.
Yes,
Dragon
but
Screw.
That's what I'm saying. Can we just... She is an anchor in the middle of the situation. Can we just move her the fuck along and actually focus on who are going to be here?
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised she's still in the mix.
They were supposed to do wasn't it going to be her versus Liv or something? And then Liv got hurt, and then they just
Where's your sister? Let's go.
No! Don't you say magic. That. I'm going to go fucking full. Don't you do that. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've been a long hater of Nikki Bella. I think she's doing okay right now. But Raquel on fire going to a break.
Speaking of going to a break.
Right.
But yes, once I find the things, I will be back, sir. You can go and be a Raquel backer.
Nick taking a pause for the cause. Show rolls on. We got lots happening. Raquel in control right now of both women, dropping Nikki on the table on the outside. Nikki Bella was a wrestler before a reality TV star. The reality TV show she was on was also funded and created by the WWE. So what are you talking about? So yeah, I mean, again, I've had my criticisms of Nikki Bella. There's things about Nikki that I don't love. I thought she was a little overhyped. I felt like she was maybe one of the better ones at a time where it wasn't a great time for the Divas division. Ultimately, I think her run when she first came back, I didn't love it. I thought she was in the way. If she's cutting things that are getting reactions, if she's getting in on situations that people are actually paying attention to, it's not my favorite, but I got to give her credit for at least trying. I guess. Spot of the night. Because right now we are still rolling. And Raquel going back to the outside to get her hands on Nikki. Nikki needs to be back in the spotlight so her and Cooper can compete with Taylor and Travis. What is up with that? Went and found herself a little youngster, a youth for Nikki, as Nikki gets dropped on the apron. Raquel dominating, as she should, as she really should. Nikki went from AC3 to 5. Let's keep her. Maybe. I don't know. You can at least recognize the good work she's doing at the moment, though. 100%. That's the thing. Like, I definitely see, like I said, last week's promo, she came out and it was good. And the crowd fed right into everything. The week before that, when she did the walkout promo, it was good. So as far as I'm concerned, right now she's doing what she needs to do. And we'll see where it goes. Again, Stephanie's going to have to move on. And there is other talent that I want to see Stephanie. I really want to emphasize the fact that Stephanie is a great wrestler, right? As Raquel just throwing back elbows, crowd's a little quiet, but the heel is in taking the crowd out of it as expected. Seemed like an odd take. I don't care how you get to good promo as long as you deliver them the resume getting there. No, I mean, again, everybody's got a way to get better. I mean, I think if we're going back to the reality TV thing, yeah, I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter. You just have to be good. I mean, Logan Paul has his gift of gab because of this, right? So as long as you're good, I don't care how you got good. Here's the thing. Here's how you could tear the Bella twins apart. One of the twins is taller than the other, right? Maybe. I mean, there might be a couple other features that stand out. Lady B, I guess in 2026, they will switch and Bree starts her run. I don't see it. I mean, maybe, but I don't see it as all three women in the corner. Nikki's kind of on Raquel's back, slides down for the powerbomb. Superplex. Big spot. Nikki gets a 2. So you got to call it. You got to call it, folks. I can't see that and say, Nikki begging for the win. I'll let him answer that later, bro. I don't even know what to tell you on that one. Yeah, I mean, again, let's it's like now the like Ashton and Demi Moore of wrestling. What are we doing? As Raquel with a boot to staff. Nikki sliding in for the back for the roll up. I love Raquel. I think she's super underrated. I don't know if underrated yet, so to speak, but she's coming into her own. She had some learning to do like everybody else. And I think she's doing extremely well. She's kind of dialed it in. Someone earlier mentioned in the chat about, the advice from Kevin Nash, and it was right. Like, you got to play like a big body. You got to work like a big guy or a big lady. Oh my. That's way better than your finisher. Gets a 2. Crowd starting to buzz. Give Nikki a faction. So that's not a terrible idea. Honestly, if you could give Nikki 2 young up-and-comers, even like a fatal influence, bring them up and let Nikki kind of be like fairy godmother to them, it could work. And again, Nikki doesn't have to wrestle as much then. He can rely on the fact that she has the personality. If she keeps cutting heel promos, it would really help get heat on the new girls. As we get a jawbreaker by Steph. Super kick. Do you guys think Jericho? A lot of rumors, Devin. A lot of rumors. I'll believe it when I see it. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to pop for it, probably while wearing my Jera Hogan shirt. Figure it out. I don't know. I'm willing to admit when I'm a turncoat, folks, and I might pop a little. Again, if he comes back and starts doing the learning tree on Raw, I'm going to implode. But the moment of him returning is epic. It's crazy. I never thought I'd see it. He spoke like we were never going to see it. That's the crazy part. Is Raquel now pulling Steph up to her feet, right? Like, it really felt like Jericho was never going to circle back. And he was such an integral part of AEW to kind of have that feeling of like, we don't need him. He served his purpose. As, Nikki pulls Steph out of the way. Backslide. Steph. Was that a 3 count? 2. Apparently we got a 2. It looked like, I don't know. I added a count. That's crazy. It was close. Bree feels more done with wrestling, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, there's the old caveat, and I'm sure they could work around it, but, you know, Daniel is still doing his thing with AEW. Daniel loves AEW. As Raquel's got both women up, Steph slides out. Down goes Nikki. Oh! And Stephanie Vacour is still your champion. Nice roll up. Nice little twist to it. And Raquel's going to want to run that back now without Nikki in the way. I think that works. Good win for Steph. Decent match. The Tahana Bomb. It's Jacob, your dark horse Rumble winner. Jacob could be a surprise. I mean, he should be back sooner than later. Tremendous match. I think both Bella Twins and Paige return at Royal Rumble. Possibly. Paige is the one that's been thrown around a lot. She's been public about her desire to do so. Trips loves that good nostalgia pop, so I could see it happening. Tremendous match. I agree. Thought it was good. Thought it was fun. As Gunther walking through the back.
Any sort of response to the widespread belief that your commentary and behavior has been classified as...
What do you think they do with Rhea Mania? It's going to be very interesting. Right now, she's still kind of tied to the tag team division. That could pivot quick if she happens to win the Rumble or the Chamber or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe just, you know, a women's tag team title match, and, you know, she's not in the forefront. You let other people kind of stand there. As right now, R-Truth confronting Gunther. I don't know. How do you might have to expand on that, Roderick. Jericho did what he wanted him to do. Jericho did what we wanted him to do, though. He walked away from the ring for a bit, so we've had time for him to miss him. The pop is valid as fuck. I agree with you, man. Like, that is part of it. We wanted him to stop. It's the same thing I feel with Moxley right now. And I don't know if I ever get back there with Moxley, but it's just been it was so much of the same stuff that wasn't really good, wasn't really over. And as R-Truth, concerned for his friend. Speaking of a concerned friend.
Well, I was going to say, I'm just who keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again. But yeah,
this is different.
She was out there. My friend ain't a bitch. My cousin ain't a bitch. He didn't tap out like a bitch.
Is it? Someone enlighten me. This is new music, but it's not brand new, right? It's a couple weeks old now. First real good hero I'm getting.
To me, it's all the fucking same. Def Rebel is Def Rebel. It'll always be Def Rebel. I tune out. I go deaf for Def Rebel.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to be honest. I feel like Kyrie with this run has kind of come into her own. She feels a little more confident, a little bigger, you know, like aura-wise. She kind of, I don't know, she seems way more comfortable out there than I've seen her in the past. Obviously,
I don't know. When she was coming off that NXT title run, my guy, I think she was kind of there.
No, I don't know.
I'm waiting, though, still for when she's going to turn on Asuka, because we've had the whole Kyrie.
Well, I mean, they've been going strong though. Like other than the Kyrie thing, I don't think they're anywhere near having an issue.
It has at least been their best attempt to really bolster and really build behind the women's tag division.
It's been outstanding. The women's tag division is stacked.
Well, I know someone was asking you about Rhea right before I came back.
Yeah.
But that's where you probably end up seeing her at Mania, of her and Io in a tag match, in a multi-team tag match or something at Mania.
Could be. Yeah. And I got no problem with that. Means your mid-card, your tag team division, your women's division, if you have that, it all means it's being booked well.
Right.
But no, I agree. Raquel's resume is quality. Raquel's good, and she's got lots of runway left. So it was a solid match. It really was.
Yeah, Big Mommy cool, but that's what I'm saying. Get rid of Nikki, and you can actually now focus on who's going to be there.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how this ended. That's kind of how it feels is, Raquel gets chucked out, and it was technically her finisher. Nikki gets the pin, so you get Nikki out of the way, and Raquel runs it back. Raquel is formidable, and I believe Raquel.
Raquel is somebody that could you see? Well, you've kind of already seen it, but could you see again in a singles feud with Rhea?
For sure. Why not?
Right. As I'm in commercial break still right now with.
Yeah, I have the Kabuki Warriors just dancing around.
Yeah, just dancing. Speaking of dancing, did you enjoy Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy's,
I did.
Falsetto 5?
Right. And I did, man. And again, you could go through our stream. Like when that happened, I called it out. I thought that was great. I thought it was funny. I know the certain people out there are going to shit on it because it's Pockets and Tony and it was silly and it was a good spot. I enjoyed it. Shout out to them for it.
We hate that company, right?
I know,
we hate
right?
that company because we don't like John Moxley.
Right. Like I know, like it's the funniest thing. We say the good things. We have not it's right there. That was a good spot. The whole crowd popped. It was one of the brighter spots of that match, especially.
It was a good show of there's even too many issues of like you brought up earlier of why didn't the Death Riders just turn on Moxley then? So are all the Death Riders now babyface because Moxley's babyface?
Well, this is the fucked up part about it all. Because they didn't lean into what they're doing. Now, so the idea and what the people are going to say to defend it is, well, Moxley got over, now he's a babyface, now they'll turn on him. Well, it's really easy to turn a babyface if they turn on him and had a plan. I don't recall. Was Pac even there last night?
Well, no, I don't believe so, but it's still, right. Why didn't you do it then? That solidifies the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like he wins, the crowd's actually kind of behind him winning, and then you mug him. Oh, right. But Tony's a people pleaser. Well, listen, I'm sorry, Nick. We like Samoa Joe. I praised Hangman was my 2024 AEW Wrestler of the Year. Love Swerve. I think he's a flag bearer of this company. MJF, you're a scarf wearing member. Mm-hmm. We have no reason to say that match was exactly what we thought it was. We have no reason to fib or bend the truth or whatever hurts those feelings out there. It just wasn't that good of a main event. It just wasn't.
It felt like it was reverse engineered. You should have had the singles matches to build to the Fatal 4-Way. Instead, we're going to get the Fatal 4-Way that builds to the singles matches. And the big question I've seen a lot of people, if you were going to put it on MJF, why'd you give it to Joe?
I said that. I said the Joe thing makes no sense now. And to me, it's so you can kind of protect Hangman, right? And I thought it was going to be because Swerve was going to win. Now, listen, I don't fault Tony. And he brings MJF back in a surprise. You end the year with MJF as champion. It's buzzworthy. It's newsworthy. MJF's out there bragging. I give him credit for that. The match itself wasn't a great match.
Absolutely. Well, and I got to click on this and start as I got the Kabuki Warriors cutting a promo, Oscar cutting a promo. The WFU, no. We'll go spread the good gospel of the WFU out there. No, our Wrestling for Life boys don't hate AEW. KJ started this channel because of AEW. I remember being here where we'd have, The weekly ratings. I know we have. This is the thing that irritates me. You have to kind of always put this fucking caveat.
You gotta,
like,
yeah.
No, I don't hate you. I don't want you to fail. I'm sorry that you didn't do the dishes right, but that doesn't mean I think that I hate you
Right.
and you should leave me and we're
Right.
breaking up. No.
It's just weird because, like I said, if you go through some of the accounts that are clearly who they are, it's just, the pay-per-view and best pay-per. This was the best pay-per-view ever. This was the best show ever. Like every week, every show, at some point you're lying. At some point you're full of shit, and it's becoming blatantly obvious. As I don't know what's happening with these two right now.
See, Kyrie getting triggered by the Kyrie. As MDB trying to call me out of Nick, you said some fans hate CM Punk no matter what. You feel the same about Nikki Bella because she's been hella decent in this current run. I don't think so.
You should see.
Do you think Nikki Bella's been decent in this current run? And even then, is decent the high mark, the threshold?
Two different things. I think I have to give credit to Nikki and what she's doing right now. She's getting herself over as a heel, and it's crazy to say, but she's doing okay. As here comes Rhea. That promo went at least 3 minutes longer than it should have. Again, I mean, kind of to your point, Asuka stole the mic from Kyrie, and
Asuka, I've noticed it has the knee brace on, which I haven't noticed too much beforehand.
Right? Because I feel like this should have ended 4 minutes ago. But here comes Riho.
With the commercial break, but this really feels like the goth cool chick just taking like the nerdy foreign exchange kid under her wing.
Oh, so they're a week away from meeting for the titles.
Do you think that there's a possibility that Io could turn on Rhea and join with the Kabuki Warriors?
That'd be interesting. Slim, but maybe.
Slim, but not Jim.
Right. Io gets chucked into the desk. Rio. Yeah.
Better pairing, better coupling. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, or Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
Tony and Mina actually might have a little bit of an edge. They feel a little more cohesive.
Well, they might be scissoring, so yeah, they might be on that razor's
Their
edge.
words, not ours.
Yeah, that too.
Yeehaw! Oops.
Yum yums.
Alphabetically, they're close.
One was for the Hangman Adam Page.
But right now, Asuka laying boots to Rhea. Up goes Kyrie. Io saves. Io's back. Kick to the head.
I still think though there was a little bit to where Io was looking at Rhea. You could maybe use that for a moment in time of if Io decides I don't want to be second fiddle. Maybe I go over to them and I be first fiddle.
Yeah, again, that's kind of how we got here in the first place of Asuka trying to, come be with Mama Asuka and Io saying no. But
Mama
Riho runs them off, Nick.
And again, where's the Rhea Hogan chance now? Where's all the tweets? Where's all the outrage of, she's always got to be around this? She's out there and putting over the whole tag team division.
Right? Yeah, that wasn't a great segment. I know I have no problem with Asuka and Kyrie doing a promo. It's like it fell off at the end. And the music should have came on several minutes before it did. But we got there. We got a nice little scrap. I like the women's tag team division. I got Punk and Ray in the back, dude.
Fair enough. Well, I love this stuff from Lady B, as you got to start too.
People forget the point of these streams are to state the good, bad, and everything in between. Wrestling for Life has been consistent in doing that. Cry me a river. Couldn't have said it better myself, Lady B. It is what it is. Unscripted, uncensored, unsanctioned, uncleanly sometimes. I like
Whoa
that
now.
word. But no, I mean, again, we do what we do. And if it's cooking, we have no reason to bullshit. You guys will call us out. You've done it. But here comes Gunther, speaking of cooking.
Well, then you got Bischoff. Is he getting a man response? But did you see Jungle Boy out there sharing a Coke with a fan at ringside mid-match?
I mean,
Jungle Boy got electrolytes.
Right? He's having fun as a babyface, I guess.
I'll give him that. I still wish that there was so much money, I feel, to be made with the scapegoat gimmick.
I thought I feel like it was untold. And again, we talked about this. My biggest fuss, like the stories just go away, and then like we forget, and nothing really runs its course. Like when everyone's talking about this Death Rider shit, Nick, like what was like? Okay, Moxley had the belt for a while, but it felt so flat to anyone except the people in the bubble. Like, what was the real? When did they really hijack the show? When did they really cause?
He took Rampage off the air. He killed Rampage.
He killed Rampage, you bastard.
Exactly, but this is the guy that he just does a rah-rah speech. And that's the biggest thing to me, is he's not even, he won the world title. He won the Continental, which, by the way, they've completely erased the unified title. So thank you, 2025 to 2025, the unified title.
What was the point of it?
Because Papa rating.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein. That's amazing. Gustavo.
Wolfenstein.
I love that game. Let's go.
Oh, I always call I don't know if you have it by you, but the Walmart I go to, they have the receipt checkers before you go to the exit doors and everything, especially if everything's not in a bag. Wifey always elbows me because I call them the Gestapo. Oh, that make sure we got to get our papers out to make sure we can get to the blockade.
So the fans are chanting "You tapped out." He's got a new T-shirt.
I want that shirt.
That shirt is jokes. Listen to the boo,
remember,
man.
You're going to have certain Twitter accounts, certain YouTube accounts that are going to be out there and push a narrative that this man isn't getting heat, that this was all a bad decision, that this wasn't the right call, that, oh my God, they just ruined everything. Meanwhile, he's the biggest heel in pro wrestling, bar none. The man's giving coal out to kids at holiday parties.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I disagree with the a lot of the people out there, as far as like even Cornette and such. Of Gunther was perfect. Gunther's been perfect, and this, like, I mean, again, the merch works, everything works. He's getting booed. Again, the internet would have you believe the WWE is awful and they're not doing well and things suck and nobody likes it and it's boring. But if you were sitting in the building, like if you were the guy in the building running the show, based on what you're hearing every single segment, you feel like people are kind of into what's going on. At least the people that paid to watch are into almost everything.
To me. He's about to start there collecting souls of who I'm going to retire and everything.
Right, who's next?
Right after that, he sits there and AJ Styles is waiting on his car. Everybody views now that AJ Styles is the next one to lose.
Right? There's the hucksters in the front row.
Well, I'm glad to see he's back from zombification.
Right? They're booing him again.
Now, granted, though, would you have him talking during commercial? I would rather you'd save it till when they're out of commercial.
He said, just a reminder, John tapped like a bitch. No, I got no problem with them doing the idea of them doing absolutely nothing for the live crowd and knowing that you're on Netflix. If you know people can see it, you got to do something. So, and at times it is just dancing around. All he did here was told everybody that John's a bitch. His music came back on, and we come back to commercial. Like it was good.
I'll give you that, as we're about to get Gunther versus Ron Cena. So over under 5 minutes of this match.
Under five. Sorry, Truth. We love you.
Kata Hajime.
We love you, but it's not going to go well, sir. Gunther's going to have a damn near decapitate Jey Uso for the fans to stop cheering you tapped out. Pretty much, yeah. But he has the best comeback ever right now.
And it's at least you have a comeback on the guy. He has a fault. He has a flaw in the armor.
Yeah.
And that's what you need on a top heel and everything, is there is a weakness.
Yeah, you tapped out, bro. You did have that moment.
Well, it's any bad guy, any big bad guy. The Joker, the fucking,
Right.
Two-Face, Darkseid,
Yeah.
Galactus, what have you. They all have a weakness of some sort. That's
Right.
going to be Gunther's weakness.
Yeah, it's always going to kind of hang over him, right? It's always going to be that bruise that the fans can poke, that the enemy can poke. But he might be retiring R-Truth here tonight.
Well, is he retiring R-Truth or Ron Killings? Which one's wrestling tonight?
As we are off and running, the poll is up, folks. Get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? John, you made me do it. Ron Killings, Ron Cena, R-Truth is taking on Gunther.
Ron Swanson. But yeah, this probably should have been in the 2025 recap, but like they fired R-Truth and they brought him back, and everyone was outraged. And where'd that go?
It's crazy because completely overlooked that was a huge moment in the first half of the year, and just forgot it. We talked about 2025. Yeah, like we just, oh shit, that happened. He came back. They fired him. He came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Well, no, that's why I'm saying, is this Ron Killings because he's still got the shaved head, or is this Ron Cena as he's eating all the chops?
They're showing an 8K replay of the chop. Oh.
I watched a compilation of this man's chops, and when he had that extra weight behind him, you thought a shotgun went off in the arena.
Yeah.
Buckshot.
Yeah. I'm sure. Listen, I'm glad his health is better than that. There was just something even more imposing about chubby Gunther.
Yeah, because
Walter.
People are chubby. What?
Walter, if you will.
Walter. You got to do it like Mike from Breaking Bad. Walter.
Oh.
No, well, now, do you think that with Ludwig kind of turning babyface, El Grande, shaking hands with Ray and everything, is he hanging up the mantle to give it back to Gable, and he goes back to Ludwig with Gunther?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're planning on putting Ludwig and Gunther back together. I don't think Gunther needs it. I know you're a big advocate for it. I don't think we're going to see it. Maybe adversarial.
Harold, you have a Silver Surfer before Galactus. Gunther has chosen your planet to be destroyed right now.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't even have I don't think they're gonna do it, but
no, but that's what it was before. Got the ring turn around. Yeah.
Shoulder tackles.
There's no way he wins this.
Kicked in the face. Down he goes. Cody versus KO is a great match. That's a good point. Royal Rumble is not getting the love it deserves. A match of the year. It's a fair argument.
No, because everyone wants to make the argument of William Regal should have made his argument about neck injuries about with Kevin Owens with that whole spot. And I think that's fucking atrocious.
That's crazy.
Again, they want to make a safety issue of fucking order war.
Right.
Ron taps out. Didn't
even smile.
Oh.
Lesnar versus
Ron Truth will ever actually retire, or he'll actually. I combined all the names of calling him Ron Truth.
Right. I think
he'll ever actually retire. Or he just goes into the wayside.
I think he's a guy that will always have the potential. He's like to pop back up. Like I think he'll be a guy like he's got his own thing going on that he'll still want to promote. He's a guy that will pop up on a random anniversary show. He'll pop up in a random indie just for shits and giggles. Like I do agree. Like I mean, and especially because he's in great shape considering how long he's been doing it.
He'll be like the Godfather, just always got a whole train.
Right.
Oh, it's Jay and Jimmy backstage. So yeah, we've got the tag titles on the line too tonight, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah. Plus, we still got Ray and Austin Theory coming up.
Again, we've talked about the whole is Austin Theory the sleeper cell agent for Seth. I like how I think we talked about it and everyone's like, oh, that sounds pretty good.
I think it's yeah, again, I think it's a solid theory. I mean, there's no reason why we wouldn't ask that question. Again, you kind of locked onto the old history where I was like, did that really have a history? But yeah, sure enough. I mean,
Oh, trust me,
it
I
kind of
didn't
works
remember
itself,
it either.
right? So it connects well. A lot of the first half of the year is being criminally overlooked. KJ, very common at this time of year. MDB. It's again, we go through it. Even with us, we have to try and combat it. And we have to peel back and like go through what happened in January, what happened in February, because things do get overlooked. So recency bias is a thing. The IWC is so just dialed into recency. What happened
What
right
have you
now?
done for me lately?
Yeah, like this minute, right? Like
Well,
what are we
this is
doing?
why we do the mid-lifeies on top of the 4-lifeies. So we've got all the bases covered. And we do middle of the year on top of the end of the year just to make sure we don't miss anything.
Yeah, right. No, I agree. Sorry, Jimmy's trying to get Jay pumped up, and it was kind of. Yeah, I feel like the IWC has a horrible case of the just lack of focus.
I always hate that fucking term, though. Sorry, just
I do too.
it just doesn't roll off the tongue well at all.
That's why I
Like,
ran from.
you feel like you need to brush your teeth, like you need to floss after you say it.
Right. Yeah, if True smiled when he tapped out like Cena, that would have been perfect. Right? That's your chance, Jose.
But is that Ron's last match?
No, like Ron Cena, yes. R-Truth, no.
He'll be always kind of be like I said, like that Godfather, that boogeyman, just
right,
pop up for a spot,
mm-hmm.
and just you can always just pop up, say something wrong, and go, oh, "I'm sorry, my bad," and then walk off. He doesn't have to take a bump ever.
No, he's good. He's good in the like the behind the scenes stuff, like even just in the scenes, the clips, the moments, right? Like you need a little comic relief, and I mean it all works for my money. He's a great guy, great entertainer. Does he have to join the Bald Brotherhood? I would say yes. His hair's starting to look spray painted on.
Well, because remember he shaved it because he was turning super serious, and they said, "Nah, you can have that." That ain't what I'm mad at.
Right.
Because I have Finn out here with Saxton as Finn looks like he just got out of confession or something.
Right.
What's your number one let's burn the world down booking for 2026? I'll start. Rumble winners, Logan Paul. What?
No, go ahead. Logan winning the Rumble. Finish that, sorry.
All right. Logan Paul and Tessa Blanchard, also FTK all damn day.
Tune in on Sunday evening, most likely, but Sunday. Click that little bell. Nick, myself, and who knows who else may be here for a little bit of bold predictions 2026. So that is coming up. Do not miss out on that, folks. As we will give you, and I think this year we're going to track it better. Because I'm curious what I don't know what our 2025, maybe in research for the show, I'll run back through what we thought last year was going to bring.
God bless you if you think you're actually going to go back and do that. All right. Yeah. No,
I'm curious.
God bless you if you do that. But
right.
I think at this point, and I want to see if anyone agrees or disagrees with me, especially you, Drew McIntyre has to win on the 9th, right?
Oh, has to, such a strong word.
I mean, what do you do if he loses? He picked the stipulation. He picked everything around this. So why would you lose? And I could even see, could you have a Jacob Fatu show up and it looks like he's going to take out Drew? Drew attacked me and he splashes Cody Rhodes through a table.
I think Cody took out Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, we could do the whole Jade, kind of what they did with Jade, Bianca, and Naomi, right? Where, she's coming to whoop ass, but, it's Naomi who's in trouble. So yeah, it's highly possible, my guy. I got no problem with them running it that way.
But if Drew loses, what happened next? He's lost all
I don't know.
credibility. He's lost everything.
Yeah, the only way is Javon's here. The only way I think he can lose is if it is bleeding into another rivalry like a Jacob. But even then, I'm like, I don't know.
But
I agree, man.
So many times, it's you pick the stipulation. It's one of those. Hey, you and I, every time you beat me at hockey, but I'm going to set it up now. Of you have no goalie for the first period. Your shoes are tied together the second period, and the third period you can't play without a stick, and you somehow beat me fucking 4-3. Maybe I just look kind of bitch made at that point.
Maybe as the Americanos are on screen. And Javon's going to fight Americano?
This looks really much like, we're setting up a 6.
All the bouncy. Lots of bouncy.
CMLL, AAA. This looks like a Disney dad with his 2 kids. You will dress up like Lilo and Stitch.
So funny.
What happens to Rio and Bluey if Grande switches up?
I don't know. Would he adopt them and keep them? There's people in the background, not sure what they're up to.
Is that Hank or Tank? Because man's up there with a sweatsuit and a singlet over top of it.
Right? Because we are sponsored by DoorDash. I'm going to dash away all.
There you go. Hashtag not sponsored. We are not sponsored by DoorDash, but if someone wants to send me a DoorDash order, I won't fight you on it. Yes, as I have Austin Theory warming up, doing his lovely little pot shot fighting. But now he switched up his attire because his attire before seemed very much discount Seth Rollins of, I got this from a garage sale at thrift store. But so now he's official like a referee whistle as Braun and everybody's shaking his hand. But he's part of the vision. And I will say, even before we were going to do the masked person and all of this, Theory was mentioned as a guy, Oba was mentioned as a guy who could join the vision of being a younger talent that needs direction, guidance, a little bit of a jetpack fuel behind him. So I think this is a really good fit. I like the idea that he's tied to Seth still because it helps give a little bit of an extra anchor for when Seth does come back, which allegedly it's 3 to 4 months, I believe. That's how going to come back. So before WrestleMania, allegedly. So do we get him being a sleeper cell? Do we get a Buddy Murphy or anything that might, help with this story of Seth Rollins coming back? Is he a babyface or is he a heel? It's all the John Moxley. Is he babyface or a heel? A little bit of when Seth comes back, I want him to fight the Vision. I want him to fight Braun Breaker, but I also want him to still have an issue with CM Punk. So which one takes precedent? Which one do you do first? Which one do you potentially throw by the wayside? As I got Ray coming out right now. F no, C Money, I actually love this song. Which song? Vision, a team of brotherly love. They're the Dangerous Alliance. It's out there. All I'm missing is Paul Heyman with the giant, brick cell phone, or even if could you see to where or I might have started to put the cart before the horse there, to where Paul Heyman has the phone, and much like he did with Roman Reigns, call Braun Breaker. He gets to a situation like that. But so Logan Paul is going to be in Austin Theory's corner as he takes on Ronald Mysterious as we go to commercial break right now. I actually answered Nick's question before you asked it. Fair enough. I don't even know which question you're going to have that. Hennett, who was behind the video promos of the shoes. Oh, the shoes was the good. What was the WrestleMania in Vegas whole promo? Are we still on that? That was definitely, that's already been cleared and clarified that it was all about seeing Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, all of that at the poker table, and then now you had the ladies' version of it too. But Spaz with a $2 super chat, Ron Killings and R-Truth versus Strowman and Nicholas. Book it, Vince. Well, no, don't book it, Vince. Book it, Tony. Coward. Interesting. No, you're good. You're good, JV. If it's one of those of it's been there for a minute, so I appreciate if you're catching up, but I'm just letting you know, as I am in commercial break. So last time, we'll remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Save your friends from bad content creators, from bad wrestling takes out there. And again, come to the tried and true, where everything we say, we try to be true with it. But yes, we don't sugarcoat anything, and even then, still, we love and engage with the chat as much of y'all are as much a part of this as we are of keeping us in check. But yeah, be a friend, tell a friend, spread the good gospel of wrestling out there as we head into 2026. And again, thank you for a crazy 2025. Now it's just, can we keep the ball rolling? Can we keep getting bigger and better out here? When will Mysterio retire? Ooh. Does Gunther retire Rey Mysterio? I don't know, because Ron's kind of one of those that he's like on his 4th or 5th knee replacement. So you would have figured by now, but I don't know. I still think, and I think Cage has been the biggest harbinger for this, of Dom retires him and takes the mask. That's where it should be. That's where you end it. I don't know if you do it at a SummerSlam or WrestleMania. Maybe you do it at a Rumble. But that's where what should probably be Ray's last match is little baby Dom retires him and takes the mask. I mean, Ray coming out, or Dom coming out in his own version of that, I think would be a nice little, because Dom's really one of those guys that I want to say something that might be a bold prediction, but again, we're just segueing, teasing constantly with this. You better make sure you hear on Sunday, hit that bell notification, because we got some things to talk about. And again, who knows what 2026 might hold? We're in the area of hopium, of will AW pull it around. To some people, they're moving in the right direction. They're moving and grooving in all of perpetuity. But also at the same time, to some people, WWE's lacking, slacking, and slack John. So where are we going to end up in 2026? Come the end of 2026, is it going to be more a tight-knit race between TNA and AEW? Is it going to be AEW, as predicted by Sports Illustrated, is the greatest promotion of all time? Does WWE reclaim that throne? Does WWE regain its momentum? We'll see. As I got theory coming out right now. It's like Pac's entrance if he didn't sit in a chair. But I digress. Theory for the win. Yes, let me know, folks, who you got for this. New music for Theory? I'll be remiss. I can't tell you what his music was before, so I don't know if it's new or old, but you can have that. But yeah, we've got Austin Theory coming out right now, taking on Ronald Mysterious. You can let me know who you got. Nick, I'll ask you this. Does Gunther versus Lesnar not only happen at SummerSlam, excuse me, but does Gunther need title to make it make sense? Which could mean Gunther wins the Rumble and beats Cody at Mania. You had me in the first half, lost me in the second half. I could see to where you get a Brock versus Gunther match. I don't think, and honestly, I feel like this point with any Brock match, you don't need the title around it. It's Brock fucking Lesnar. You don't need the title around it. It's an extra add-on, but it's not reliant. You don't need it at all. Gunther would be the guy to retire Brock. Do they do it in Minnesota, a la teased by John Cena? We'll see. But yeah, I could see Gunther versus Brock in 2026, but I don't see it for the title at all. I don't know if Gunther has the title in 2026. I think he just goes on his fucking Thanos, Shao Kahn, Soul Collected, Shang Tsung type of shit. Why does he point down? Who, what? Oh, I said there is Rary looking like he pulled a calf muscle or something. Rams 0, Falcons 21, second quarter. Hey, Amy Johnston, getting real quiet out there, huh? What? I digress. Austin Theory back to the trunks. Yeah, well, back to the trunks. I thought before he was rocking the Seth hand-me-downs a little bit, and I think that played a little bit even more to, hey, he might be a Seth guy in disguise, but Austin Theory has no, you never disrespect. I know we're the bearded brethren out there, and we've seen it at times with the members only streams and everything, asking for beard advice and all of that. But no, you never knock a man that's still trying to grow the facial hair of everybody should have a beard. It's a face enhancer out there, especially with a guy like Austin Theory. Of Austin Theory having facial hair out there, he doesn't seem quite like a baby face, he's all 19 years old. Yeah. Oh, into the ring post. Powerbomb on the ring apron. As I feel we're probably going to commercial break. As yes, we pull in tight on Ronald as we get a replay. But yes, we're going to commercial break. Fury knee pads are black, but Trick Williams, who will be probably on SmackDown, probably paired up with Carmelo. Here's a New Year's resolution for your son to go to Ohio State. Fair enough, Christian. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know, respectfully, if you maybe should be out there trying to tell people resolutions for their children, but you do you, boo-boo. The Rams are getting their ass beat. Austin Secret Agent, man. Yeah. He's Austin Powers out there. Who's Beyonce's character there? Foxy, what was her last name? But yeah. He's Austin Powers. Do I make you Randy, baby? Ohio State sucks. Go Canes. No, I can't say shit because my team forfeited everything. And I can't even say they're not my team because they're my goddamn initials. But Notre Dame, yeah. Foxy Cleopatra. Thank you, MDB. Fitting that man, you would have had that on the speed dial. Jacob is my early prediction for the Royal Rumble winner. Does Jacob show up on next Friday and take out Cody when it looks like he's going to take out Drew? Because Cody has been the sleeper cell heel all along. He's going to go full Homelander. We're going to get full politicking Cody Rhodes. That would be interesting to me. And still, just on the concept of Jacob Fatu, where and how do you bring him back? I actually love the Austin. Well, I think a lot of the chat, KJ, even Canadian Nick out there, if he's still listening to our voices, I think everyone likes Austin Powers except for Ringsider Anthony. And it's still going to be 2026. We're going to make Ringsider Anthony watch Austin Powers. Spoiler alert, Bianca Belair. Speaking of the powers to my Austin, what?
What's up? I just watched that trilogy again last week. Threw it on random times and rewatched it. It still plays. Still plays.
How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
Well, and I got the Duchess, so the crazy Dutch bastard hits hard here around here. I like it.
How about I paint as yoo-hoo gold? How about no?
But commercial break, it looks like, is I got a Wendy's commercial. That's new and exciting.
I have Ashley picture in picture.
That's so weird, bro. Why?
I got the UK feed. I got that UK connect.
Like they're now sliding in like commercial breaks, legit commercials on Netflix.
Yeah,
New presentation for Theory across the board. Music, entrance, ring attire. I know a lot of people talked about his pants. He's back into shorts.
Well, his attire before was kind of leading credence to his allegiance to Seth because it seemed like old Shield attire.
Right. Yeah, a lot of comparable there. Oh.
What the? You just ran into nothing. Like he already wasn't there before you hit there.
Right. When we hit 10K, Anthony has to watch Austin Powers.
No, we're going to just sell them on, hey, we're going to be here for a TNA. We're just going to start pull it up and we're going to just start watching Austin Powers.
Will he leave the stream, folks?
Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure.
Right.
But
that's my prediction, Malik.
Yeah.
That's one of my predictions coming up.
Well, how are you feeling so far of Austin Theory post reveal, new vision? I can see clearly. Good. Yeah.
Smoking a pancake. It's good. It fits. Logan vouches for him as far as like, and they kind of like make it official. Like Logan's in the group. Theory's in the group. Logan's at ringside just being annoying to help him get heat, which works. A big, powerful guy. And again, Ray is the babyface version of The Miz. You want to get a heel over? Here comes Ray to open the gate.
When does Ronald hang it up?
Could be this year. It really could. I could see him maybe doing some stuff in AAA. Like kind of.
He's the guy who should be like the commissioner of AAA.
Yeah, right. It would work, I think. But he still goes, man. But as for his own words, he's like AJ Styles and a few others that have kind of said, like he said, I got 2 years left. I think 2.5 years ago.
Well, yeah. Does Gunther retire him like they retire AJ? Like
just retire him. I love it. Oh!
DQ.
The Fed bring in Mick Foley just to re-retire him by Gunther.
Jesus.
As yeah.
But you're gonna have you're gonna have Austin Theory. I thought for a half a second you were gonna get Austin Theory upset about this of like, I had this one, why'd you cost me?
Right. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Penta.
Oh, look who's back. Penta's been on the shelf, folks. And how do you pull Penta back into things? Here we go. Logan Paul and Theory.
And I don't think he's missed a step, my guy.
Throws him into the Hurricane Rana.
Bro, are we going to go? We're going to have to go all the way to 2027 before we actually get the Lucha Bros tagging together in WWE.
I don't know. They just have bad luck. They've just had bad timing.
We're going to get Penta and Ray tagging together before we get the Lucha Bros.
For sure. It looks like we're going to get them two versus them two.
Yeah.
Penta, big hug. Huge pop for Penta.
Well, and again, no one really thought, not trying to play like I'm a medical practitioner or anything, but with his injury, no one really thought he's going to be out for the next 17 months kind of thing. It's like he almost wanted during the match to just pop it back into place and call it good.
He's like, I want to keep going. So out for a few weeks, kind of throw off some plans. They had to use, a substitute in AAA, but Penta back, the big crowd reaction, and we got Riho on the screen again.
I like how everyone's just say Spanish, Nick. Fuck up Spanish.
Zero.
Zero mero.
I, one of my favorite things is I got my little one to say that when you get hurt. When you get hurt, no pain, 0, 0, 0. No fear, no pain. You're good. You're good.
That's one of the first stories you told me, and that's one of my favorites.
I love it. Like, Zato. Remember, it doesn't work. I'm trying.
Tell me she dressed up as Penta for Halloween.
No, God, no.
No, come on.
I wish.
Come on. She's out there seeing Romando.
I wish. Lucha. So we are getting a hype package for the women's tag titles. I'm stronger than you. You are my senpai. Nick, you're my senpai.
No, we moved. I am not sure senpai. No, none of that.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
No.
You would.
Put all of that down. No, I'm not your senpai.
Like warm apple senpai.
That's
they did awesome. Theory, no favor.
Sorry, it caught me too off guard. Dragon Lee's out here stretching with the title belt on and the wings. He's doing the elastic band with the title belt around his waist and the wings on.
Let's go. They did Austin. I'm assuming Theory, no favors. I don't know if maybe Paul's referring to the match. I got no problem. Theory looked strong, looked well, and again, you make him heelish because you're picking on Ray, and you get the big pop for Penta. Oh, I thought that was so we got.
Did you think that was Swerve for half a second?
Shit, shut up. Okay, we got Kofi Strickland in the house.
Whose house is it? Whose house is it?
Waller's cutting a little bit of a promo here.
But yeah, no, again, it makes sense, and you're not going to have Austin Theory win all the time, and it wasn't a clean result. It's not like he just took a pin of it's Logan Paul turns around and punches Ray, and you've got the big Penta moment afterwards. So now you set up for a tag match afterwards. You smashed the set to a moment.
And right now the priority is to get, again, I think this is where fans get twisted sometimes. You're using these moments to establish his character, establish the story you're trying to tell with Theory. You're trying to establish him being, one of the asshole bad guy faction guys. Like, you want him to be known as that. That's more important than he had a 5-star banger with Ray on Monday.
We just introduced this character in chapters 3 and 4, so we need to flesh out this character a little bit as to who this person is and everything. Yeah. Versus, did you see how bad of a fucking warrior they are? They did 7 stars in the Tokyo Dome. No.
Yeah. And it's funny to go from Theory to Waller, who's cutting a promo for the New Day, at least a little bit. And then, go, oh, wow, this changed.
Grayson Waller still with WWE by the end of 2026?
Yeah, I mean, because we're there. What else are we going to do right now?
No, I'm saying by the end of 2026. By the end of next year.
Yeah, no.
He's a Dakota Kai. He's
I don't even know what he's doing here.
He's the G'day New Day instead of just the New Day.
Well, I don't get it. I don't get really his purpose. He doesn't help them win. They don't win a lot. I just don't get it. I don't really understand.
There to give him something while Theory was on the bench.
Yeah, and then Theory comes off the bench for another team, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm doing this now."
Right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go see what the bench is like because maybe I'll just end up somewhere else. I don't know. Right,
there you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause. Show rolls on. We got lots of people hanging out, and we have. Keep in mind, we got SmackDown coming up on Friday. We have NXT tomorrow. The channel will be live on the 31st and the 1st. We might not be here, but we got things to be doing. As here comes Maxine Dupree. Oh, great. It's Waller. Waller going the first of the year. Waller got sent to the New Day while Theory was in the Vision. Yeah, it kind of didn't work out so well. If Tozawa can keep a job in WWE, why can't Waller? Waller can. And again, I think fans forget, like, there are levels to this shit, right, man? Like, there are not, everyone's not on the same tier. Like, you need a Tozawa, you need a Killings, you need Waller, you need the Otises of the world, because not everybody can be, beat on a regular. Like, that's the thing that people forget, that there's a value to the Miz, there's value to Ray, obviously with him, but there are going to be some people that aren't the best, and they're there to do a job, and that's what they do well. It's Maxine out here with a microphone. Dupree, how we feeling about Maxine? How do you like how she's doing? Is she working for you? The fans seem to be behind her right now. She's kind of over. You deserve it, breaking out. You need lower card guys, 100%. They're the backbone of the industry. Without good lower card guys, you can't build up your main eventers to where they need to go, right? You need those stepping stones. You need those wrestlers. Again, look at a guy like Razor Ramon, who just put over talent so often. Guys like Shawn Michaels gets pole vaulted into the main event scene. Guys like Triple H having good times with them. Wait a minute. Yeah. Becky is not done with Maxine, as we knew. I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah, 100%. It's not you, it's me. I got to go. How dare you, says Becky. Exactly. Very promo-heavy show. I think partly because December 29th, last show of 2026, or 2025. I'm jumping the gun already. Again, not making excuses for them, but again, a lot of build for the next week. A lot of build for the anniversary on Netflix. A lot of build for moving forward, storytelling that way. I would agree. Not the most jump out of your seat Raw I've ever watched. A little bit of in-ring stuff wasn't bad. Everything's been not bad. I thought Braun and Punk were good earlier tonight. There's, again, nothing overly, just A-okay. Maxine is doing it for me. A leggy blonde gets me gets my vote every time. Let's go, buddy. Are they going to do a submission match, though? As Basic Maxine saying, I'm going to tap you out again. Becky is dialed right in for me right now, guys. The Livin' La Vida Loca Award, Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm dancing the world's end. Dominic and the Judgment Day attacking celebrities at MSG. Okay. What did that phone say? What? Loss is hard. You lost me. Dirt Sheets still talking shit about WWE. Dirt Sheets talking. Dirt Sheets thinking AEW is better than WWE. Again, everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. I don't think WWE had the best of years, but I also think there's way too many problems in AEW to say they're the best. And people have been dying to say it for years. I don't think that's the case. But that's only my personal opinion. Does AJ versus Becky need the title? Probably not, but it doesn't hurt. AJ hasn't been really around. I don't know. The AJ boat's kind of floated off for me right now. But Becky, Maxine working out hard, trying to prove herself with a veteran like Becky helping get her over. It's been okay. New Year's Evil is tomorrow night, correct? No. Tomorrow is just a normal NXT. January 6th, New Year's Evil. I don't mind all the promos. That is what pushes the stories forward, and this is what needs to moving into the new year. the time and place, right? Like if every week was just like this, kind of, we'd have an argument. But again, if you watch the ebbs and flows, kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, MDB, the recency bias. What have you done for me lately? Like, oh, this week, it's not going well. It's so boring. It's so, so all of it's bad. It's not necessarily the case, right? What are we doing? But Sports Illustrated says it. The Bleacher Report says it. That girl does not deserve that Intercontinental title. What the fuck are we talking about, fans? Paul, you're wrong, buddy. I hate to break it to you. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but she's over. She's getting a pop, and that's what the IC title's for. I have no problem with like Lyra winning it. I have no problem with Maxine winning it. If you are going to continue to get her over with the crowd, to me, it's very similar to Harley Cameron in that way. You want people that are going to get a pop. Now, if nobody popped for her, nobody reacted for her, you would be right. But she's showing the work, she's showing the effort, and you got to start somewhere. I got no problem with making, using this IC title to help build up people. I think it works for me. Becky making Maxine 100%. Again, lots of people see it. Everything is just okay is kind of the problem, KJ. I agree, Paul. Like, I mean, again, I feel like there's been too many WWE shows as Trick Williams in the house. Too many WWE shows have been just okay. Too many of their pay-per-views this year have been very, not bad. But it hasn't been terrible. It just hasn't been riveting. As Bailey and Lyra here, speak of the devil and Lyra. Lyra for...
Yum yums.
So Bailey and Lyra want the tag titles. I like the cut of Maxine's jib. I mean, I got to give credit where it's due. And people can say all they want. Oh, she's not ready. She didn't do this. She didn't do that. But again, I feel like that's holding on to the past, that our opinions have to evolve with what we're seeing. It has to. Yum yums. All the yum yums. 2 wings. It's 4 wings. Trick Williams is there. Whoop that trick. Becky Lynch versus Tessa Blanchard on the mic would be a great promo. It'd be very interesting to see how that would go. But to them, she deserves it by their standards, by the fact that the fans are behind her and supporting her. Again, I don't think it's disturbing. I really think there's 10,000 people that believe she deserves to have this title because they support her. Again, at the end of the day, that's the job. That's the requirement. That's what you're supposed to accomplish. Again, when Lyra was champion,
Hi, speaking of things to accomplish, but everybody's supporting us. But yeah, you were saying when Lyra being champion.
Yeah, like Lyra, people complained she didn't have a personality. She wasn't connecting with the audience, that she felt off or not quite not quite good enough. Maxine's connected. She's dialed in. The building is telling us. The internet tells us she sucks. The paying audience in the building tells us she's phenomenal.
It's very reminiscent to the Nia Jax situation of you can't tell me what my own eyes see. Yeah. That's that kind of aspect. Even with what we talked about with All Out or World's End and everything. Sorry, my eyes see a different thing than what you're tweeting.
Yeah.
Maxine right now, I think, has hit her prime stride. She is now the best she's ever been, the best she's ever been, the best she'll ever be. And now all that Becky Hogan talk's gone by the wayside.
Yeah, and Becky is putting Maxine over. Becky is a great promo, and it's working. So that's the job. And I think, yes, a year ago, Maxine, as part of the Alpha Academy, Intercontinental Champion, probably not great. Probably doesn't work for me, brother. But the way they sold us, the way they showed us her training, The fact that she admitted, I don't deserve a title shot yet. I need to work harder. And they showed her working harder. So that's what the job is. So once the crowd is behind you and they're chomping at you to get it, they're not, that's how you're supposed to book.
How can you gangbang on someone that's literally showing vignettes of how they're training to be better?
Right.
Like, she's out there, she's putting over the low-key legend with that Natty out there. She's gotten over the ankle lock.
Yeah.
This is the best Maxine we've gotten. So I don't get what they're, and again, everybody that hated, Becky Hogan's gone away. So what is it? You didn't want Becky Hogan, but now you don't want anyone else that's not Becky to win it? What?
No, and again, I do think at times wrestling fans forget that even some of our favorite wrestlers who have gone on to be legends were not good in the beginning. That they took time. They had to figure it out.
Oh, Steve Austin was the ringmaster.
Yeah. Like Trish Stratus came in as a valet and then decided to wrestle. And people were like, oh, she can't wrestle. She's just a model. And she figured the fuck out quick. We've seen others that took time to develop and land and make sense. And I think Maxine's an example of that. If she's working hard and connecting, why can't we support that?
Oh, is she this generation Stacy Keibler? I'll say she can wrestle better than Stacy.
She's trying to wrestle better than Stacy.
Well, that's not a hard fucking hill to climb over.
No, it's not. You're not wrong, but it's a fair comparable for the longness of each human.
The lay of the land.
Yeah.
Becky Hogan beer, you can cry in it all day, and it's not just
Becky's
us saying it. Sports
it.
Illustrated says it.
Right? She's killing it. She even said Bleacher Report tonight.
Well, she's great on this. She's good and doesn't. Again, this is what I find funny. Oh, I hate that so-and-so, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, so-and-so is constantly around the title. Okay, they're not. Oh, well, can you believe they don't put them around the title? So then what the fuck are you saying?
Or can you believe who they put in front of? Oh, I can't believe they got this person. Like Maxine's got a belt. Or why are they not like, whoa, you can't have it both ways.
I can't believe they don't push new stars. Why are they pushing new stars?
This is why they run back. Right? This is why they run back Rhea or Becky or Charlotte, because the minute they're not around the title, people lose interest. They're like, shit, I guess we should run that back. And they do.
Right? Example, it took Becky years to be great. She was out there in NXT.
You're fucking out there cutting limericks.
From Limerick. But Mr. Noob, what up? Shout out the Noob Predictions title on the highways and byways out there, Mr. Noob.
The Noob champion as they're about to run back the entrance. But yeah, there you go. Better late than never. The chump is here.
Well, and again, how do you feel? Is this a downgrade, or is this where we knew this ship would end all along with the Usos, with Jey Uso on a singles run? We knew it was going to end up as them as a tag team again.
For sure. And again, not surprising. It should be the way it is. Again, I think what you said it, like, what more do you do with Jey? If you keep Jey around that title picture, it's going to get boring. It's going to get this, run, for some people that already did play out. But now you got the crowd jumping. Now, people said tonight was a promo heavy show. It was, but it's crazy to watch this show with not a whole lot of action, but the crowd has been on their feet, shaking the building the majority of the night, Nick. It's
because
crazy.
What you get does matter. That's the thing.
You're excited.
Well, again, Jey fits into the whole category we were talking about of, oh, I wish they'd get behind him. Oh, wait, they got behind him. I don't like it. But it fits that whole category of what they've done has mattered. They've taken the time out of a 2-hour show, and what's been there has actually mattered. The women's triple threat got a good bit of time. Ashley was a good match and mattered. And everything. The women's tag situation might have been a bit too long, but I'm sure. This match is probably going to take about a half hour right now.
When did Dragon Lee get a half decent entrance?
Again, it's always.
Is this new music?
I'm tone deaf to Def Rebel. He was out there. He's out there now with the wings and the championship belt around him. He's out there doing curls and everything in the gym.
Right. So here comes AJ Styles, folks. The poll is up. Get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking?
Tonight is live. No highways. Today or tomorrow, I got an exhaust leak, blowing fumes into my cab. Stuck at a Kenworth dealer till Wednesday.
Oof, that's not where you want to blow your exhaust.
Yeah, you'd be wanting other fumes blowing into your cab there.
Right.
Now I got to ask you, Mr. Noob, like Buc-ee's, all the big commercials, commercial gas stations, where do they rank in the truck stop category?
We don't have Buc-ee's. I can't even give you 2 cents.
Oh, I don't know. That's the big south of.
Right.
I mean, you don't get actual big, restaurant truck stops. My rest stops in my state are liquor stores.
That's great for the drivers out there, yes?
I know. It's out,
Yes.
on a lonely, lonesome highway.
Yeah.
With a fifth of fucking Omaha.
I do like the older truck stops where they have like the, you're guaranteed to get like a sweater with a wolf on it, or, an ashtray.
You're never going to be in.
Yeah. Right. Some windshield wipers. You get odds and sods. Random candies. Oh,
He doesn't allow trucks. What the hell?
oh shit.
I didn't know I started a turf war.
There you go. There you go. No big rigs on their property at all. Wow.
Wow. Well, that's ridiculous.
Buc-ee's.
Captain Bucky O'Hare. Bucky. Who's out for this match, though?
I'll go Oos. I go Oos. Last thing we do.
I think it's a nice way to end 2025.
The Oos are back. Gold in hand. AJ goes on to Gunther. Dragon Lee goes back to AAA.
Well, it's a quick turnaround with a title change, but it's AJ Lee dropping the belts to an established tag team.
Right. Should be a good match. I'm looking forward to this one. And again, the crowd's been into it tonight. Good energy in the building. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been okay. I'm content.
Yeah, solid. Well, again, you always feel and you always worry of everybody has that. Whether we're doing this, whether you're watching whatever show, like between Christmas and the start of New Year's, it's like that giant hangover period of everyone's just walking around in pajamas,
in the haze,
and cocoa.
Right? It snowed in all fucking day.
Literally.
Couldn't leave the fucking house.
On my pause, I started getting snow. I was like, you son of a bitch.
I couldn't leave the house. It was just ice covered in snow, covered in more snow, just blowing everywhere. Couldn't, just stuck. Just PJ day. Let's go.
Facts. We're starting off though with Jay and AJ. Hey, what do you say?
Let's see what the poll said. 67% going Oos, 22 going AJ, and 11 going nobody. I don't want to see nobody win. There's been a lot of fucking dusty finishes lately on both shows.
We'll see them in hell. What?
Thank you. Right? That was crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Drew has to win.
I can't
pussyfoot anymore.
Does that make it less likely if you are sold on Drew has to win? Does that for you make it less likely that Braun will win?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. I think it'd be a really big, bold strategy, Cotton, if they do both title changes back to back. But I think you hold off. You can hold off longer on Braun's than you can on Drew's. If Drew loses, done and dusted. Like,
yeah, I don't know what you do, right? I don't know what you do with Drew at that point. Like, how do you even bounce back from that? What do you fucking?
You pick the stipulation. Imagine I'm gonna kick your ass at noon.
No,
and we're gonna fight. We're gonna duel with boxing gloves on, and you wreck my shit. I can't challenge you again.
Right. And well, then you and I haven't really discussed the idea that how do you feel about 3 stages of hell?
I think it's a really great idea because it's not an overused stipulation of, I mean, this year's the first year that there's been no Hell in a Cell. Applause to
Yeah.
Triple H and TKO showing a bit of restraint
Mhm.
on not using that of, like I said with Tony, oh, you getting good at booking too, bro? Look at you go.
Do you think that might be part of the criticism that some of the internet fans feel towards WWE of like it was kind of boring, blah, blah, but they purposely kind of okay, no Hell in the Cell this year. Where I mean, some of their shows sucked, and that's no, I'm sure that wasn't the plan, but they did dial back on some of the hoopla.
Hibbity hoopla. I hear the words you say. Hibbity hoopla. But no, it's one of those. Hey, look, Snoop Dogg just got a fucking boob job. It's one of those. Oh, why don't they give me stuff all the fucking time? Or why are they taking this long for a fucking story? Why are they taking long to develop something? Why don't they give it to me all the time?
Mhm.
Which is the case here. You want them to develop something, but you want them to give it to you all the time. No, you can't have it both ways.
That's true. I mean, again, it's the greedy impatience that we do see. And again, as much as a lot of people out there want you to believe that it's just sucking pond water, I mean, it's got to be tricky for those guys in the building because the crowds are eating it up. The crowds are loving what they're getting, but you never know it.
But it still always feels a little bit of that, like, is this person deaf? Can this person hear?
Right.
He said he got for a whole, like, you can hear the crowd this whole show. This is what we would assume to be essentially a phoned in episode, even though it's live.
Yeah.
Yet meanwhile, the crowd's losing their gourd.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, right? So he's not feeling Uzi is the only good thing Sammy has done with his entire career.
Oh,
you can have that. You can have it. I'm not even gonna battle you on this one. I know you're trying to poke me a little bit, but that is still one of the best segments of the last 5, 6, 7 years. It's been that was so good. Come on. How do you not love Sammy MDB? What are you doing?
Kevin Owens return in 2026.
Yes, I hope. I mean, again, our thoughts and prayers are with him. Yeah, him returning, his music hitting. I'm gonna imagine if you could get Jericho back, and then like Jericho's in the ring at Rumble, and the KO returns.
That's a little friendship. Yeah. Why's my name on this list?
And you try and figure out if they hug or punch. What do they do?
Well, I'm almost wondering. Roman Reigns is a favorite to win the Royal Rumble.
Is he?
If Kevin Owens returns at the Royal Rumble, does he instantly jump the line to be a favorite?
I just don't know if they'll give it to him. Like, would it be Kevin Owens?
But that's a big, that's a shock you moment of everybody wants, everybody knows their pay-by numbers. So if they do something outside the books, how do you feel about it?
I would be thrilled if it, like, I mean, that's what I want out of the wrestling. I'll be very disappointed if Roman wins the Rumble. I'll be very disappointed if Cody wins the Rumble on the off chance that, he's not the champion. Mm-hmm. I'll be, let's give me someone like, oh shit, Sammy won the Rumble. That's for you, MDB. Oh shit, Karrion Kross won the Rumble. That's for you, Nick.
Oh, don't worry. You come back in 2026. We'll talk about that on Sunday.
Right? Oh shit, like KO won the fucking Rumble. Like, let's fucking go. I'm in for that kind of thing. And I think a lot of wrestling fans, to me, the biggest criticism of Triple H's booking is we haven't got a lot of the holy fucking shit.
Triple safe. It's been triple safe.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm wondering if we end tonight as we're back in the action. If we end tonight with a title change of, and again, you've been the proponent of quick title changes, of everybody likes to harp that WWE does year-long title reigns, of everybody's still mad of, well, Jade hasn't defended this, Punk hasn't defended this. But if we get a quick title change here and we get the Usos as the new tag champs, how do you think the internet's going to respond, positively or negatively?
Yeah. It should be positive. Should be, but I don't think it will. They
Our
bitch about
fan base will
everything.
be positive. Twitter will be negative.
Right? Oh, how did they put the Usos back together and they didn't win? Oh, I can't believe you put them back together and they won. They've got both
The
loaded.
fallout, the fail of Jey Uso's single
Yeah.
run needs to be studied. I can see that.
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
tweet
right?
now.
You mean the guy that won the belt? The guy that won the Rumble? The guy that
you
did all
hated
right?
when he did all of this, that now you're crashing out for because he's not doing that? What?
Right? Like, you're literally at this point just like fucking you know, you just can't you just can't let it go, I guess.
I got Jay with a tag and Jimmy as they're working over AJ Styles right now. Jeff Jarrett will win the Royal Rumble.
Jeff Jarrett, poor Jeff Jarrett. The Jeff Jarrett fucking retirement tour that never happened. The poor guy.
The retirement tour no one remembers.
Like, honestly, he's the fucking what is the guy's name? He's like the Dewey of fucking
Name a sport.
John C. Riley.
Yes. Dewey
is
Cox.
it Dickie? What is the fucking Walking Tall? Or Walking?
Oh, yeah. I know.
What's the guy's name?
Yeah, it's Dewey Cox. Dewey Cox.
Dewey Cox. He's the Dewey Cox of wrestling, Jeff Jarrett.
No, Hero, Walk Tall. That's such an underrated movie. No, because I'm a sucker. Because I like Bohemian Rhapsody of like I like the kind of biopic musical videos. I haven't watched Elton John's, but if you watch,
I just watched Springsteen.
Hard. Really, I'm nervous because wifey's from Jersey and she's like anti Springsteen. It's one of those like. I've heard it all my life. It's like Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Everyone outside of New Jersey loves Bon Jovi, except for the people in New Jersey.
Right. Walk Hard. It was Walk Hard. It was there, folks. It was jumbled amongst the THC, but we got it. We got it.
Such a good movie. It's
underrated.
You don't want no part of this shit. That's Tony Khan saying this to every fan that's tuning in AEW on a pay-per-view. You don't want no part of this shit. Down life's like a hero. I'm gonna have to listen to that. I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged.
Jokes.
Oh, Tope.
Good match. Good main event. It was it Walking Tall? No, Walking Tall was the Rock
movie where he's playing the sheriff with the fucking two before.
Yeah. Johnny Knoxville. As the crowd is losing their mind. And
Jay came a little short on the tope. He kind of got there. He just kind of shoved AJ.
He got there. Since when has the internet ever been anything but done anything positive except for testing for brain damage?
Well, and so I'll say this as we're in a commercial right now, because I've seen other wrestling content creators bring it up, and it's become an overarching thing, I think, with pro wrestling of we're not always out here just trying to be negative about anything. Of it's find the positive in anything you can. Of we're not out here of, like you said, of let me just, poo-poo and lie about this thing for a couple extra clicks. It's no, we call it like we sees it. And I'm sorry if certain people just, if that doesn't fit in your tribal lines.
100%.
No real man likes Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi has some bangers.
I'm a little.
They got a couple. 80s,
I got buffering.
80s Jovi.
Why do I have buffering right now?
You got buffering. I got Jimmy jumping on Dragon Lee's hands, slowing things down a little bit here.
Now I got the jump on the hand. Like I said, I got the buffer. Not Bruce or Michael.
Right. But now, someone asked about Vince news. Sorry, that's why I was distracted there for a second.
Good.
But Dale kind of is letting us know that maybe it's fake news. I see a couple places put up reports of the court filings confirmed that Vince McMahon was involved in WrestleMania 39, but I thought we knew that. And nothing really groundbreaking. So I don't know what news specifically Yeah, that's it. That's the update there.
News flash: Triple H wore blue socks today instead of black socks.
Right.
That's
Walk
what that
hard.
fucking feels like. Of what?
Slow day.
It's a slow. I mean, again, it's a slow day in the news realm. But granted, apparently all of New Japan, all of Bullet Club's contracts are all coming up. Clark Connors, Drilla Maloney.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Of David Finley's pretty much a large chunk of New Japan's top talent, especially in Bullet Club. Their contracts are coming up, and also Anna Jay's contract coming up early 2026.
A lot of rumors about Anna Jay.
Sign or not. So yeah.
Does the Anna Jay rumor surprise you because of her apparent connection to Jungle Boy? I don't know if they're still a thing.
Split.
Okay, well then even more. She's like, peace out, fuckers. Bye.
Well, no, I would still say, to me, the bigger thing is Jericho jumping ship, because Jericho was the lifelong soldier. That's like George Washington putting on a red coat.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so baffling. And how quick it was just like.
I was he playing the master manipulator all along? Or are we going a tier list of who's the greatest politician in pro wrestling? And it goes Hogan and Jericho. Prez and Vice Prez.
Jericho's been really good, very smart. Even when Jericho was doing his podcast after he left, he was very hesitant to say anything negative about Vince. It was always that company, that process, the creative team. I don't want to upset Vince because I might need that job back one day.
Yeah. Well, he seems like he'd be a best guy.
Yeah, that's where I'm wondering, like, how does the Jericho Triple H relationship work? But
Coupe
big stomp by. Go ahead.
No, I was saying Coupe de Gracie from Dragon Lee onto Jimmy in the corner.
Yeah, the shareholder lawsuit's still going. Again, TKO anticipated Vince getting involved. We all did. We all talked about it.
You mean the guy who made the entire product and everything isn't going to fucking meddle a little bit?
Right.
Or be shocked.
We called it. He's going to come back. He's going. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay.
You mean the Colonel didn't add a 12th spice to the 11 herbs and spices?
Oh, neck breaker. But yeah, no, it's funny. Like now, it's being reported today because it's coming out in some of the trial findings. But I think that was kind of a foregone. They anticipate, as they should have anticipated. If they didn't anticipate it, it was then they're not doing their due diligence.
You can tell it's a slow news day. Of the weather's log jamming people up. They can't go and reach out to their sources,
right?
So we got to just report some old shit and pretend it's some new shit.
Oh, big super kick!
Well, I got about to set up a Styles Clash.
Nice spear. Wait, what? We're not in the same
super kick now.
Big splash.
Spear. Tagging a Jimmy.
Splash.
Ooh, so why did he start moonwalking in the middle of that? 2 count.
2 count. 2 count. Good match. Crowd is into it. Saving grace. And it's the best tag team match I've seen in the last 48 hours.
It might be the last best tag team match I've seen in the last 2 months.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, he randomly just started hitting a fucking, the Jordan leg kick in the middle of the night. What are you doing?
Like, again, I know, like, over the last couple of days, we took some heat for our opinion on World's End. But I think of, like, World's End's main event and how there was a lack of energy to it all. And then I'm watching this main event on a Raw, and all the energy's there. This is what lacked from World's End's main event. And I don't know how the fans explain that part.
Because it's great in ring. That's the only case that they always make is great in ring.
Is this not good in ring?
No, because they
can't wrestle. Oh,
that's what it is. Is because you have the predisposed condition of Jay can't wrestle.
The ref's distracted. Holy shit, Dragon Lee.
Ref, that's how you actually. Oh, That's how you actually sell, though, being distracted instead of fucking whirling dervish of screwdriver. Oh,
Right? Feel like they're punishing Jimmy? How? Well, like, I mean, physically he's getting punished, but what do you mean?
yeah. Oh, small package.
Thank you, C Money. And that's the gaslighting. The gaslighting is the big thing. Pele! Hooray!
It didn't suck. It just wasn't great. Styles Clash. Walks through Styles Clash.
Oh, kick out.
2 count.
This is outrageous. The crowd is on their feet. Go back. I want everyone to do me. Here's an experiment. Go back to World's End. Fast forward. And find me a moment that the crowd was like find me this type of energy in that show.
Kesha and Okada before the screwdriver.
But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this energy. For people to say, oh, this is like the dub is garbage and the blah, blah, blah. Okay, they've had some struggles. This is excellent.
This is, you are throwing the baby out with the bathwater if you discredit this with everything else that's gone on tonight.
Yeah. A great main event to an average show.
Fair. That's
right.
I can't even fully argue with you with that statement.
Right. Oh, I love this. If it works. Oh,
not quite.
I mean, Jimmy didn't exactly bounce, but they got him. Sorry, Jimmy back in.
Yeah, AJ dumped over top.
It's a great match. Unexpected. Well, maybe not unexpected.
Do you believe this is what needs to happen in pro wrestling and is a big missing thing? If you believe that anyone could win this at any time, double super kick. You believe that anyone could win this at any moment?
What? We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
Do it.
No.
1, 2, 3, and you can clip this.
Let's go.
WWE Tag Team Champions of the World, the Usos.
The Usos get their gold back. The Usos end the year as champions. Hell of a match. Let's go. That was a fun match. That was good. Good energy. Good, again, all around. Excellent win. Big super kicks. Big pin. Let's go.
Anybody could have won at any moment, and now you've established and recalibrated your tag team division of now the Usos are here and they're champs. So now you've got a bit of a pillar, a post to kind of bounce everything around.
Right. The Usos are the tag team champs for the first time since WrestleMania 39. Facts. Geekbox, cue it up, my guy, as we got new champions.
4 words.
What a scene to close out the year.
Oh, absolutely. This is your last moment of 2025. And again, everybody that had an issue with Jey Uso, now everything's came full circle. Everything makes sense now.
Yeah, it's good. And your mid-card stuff is filling up, Nick, with like good shit. You wanted good tag team wrestling? You got some.
This has been the thing that needs to, that it's the biggest backbone of any good wrestling shows. You need to have so predictable. No, triple save. No. You need to literally have it stacked of you have to have from top to bottom. Everybody has something going. It's good. Hate to give Russo credit, but it goes back to that of it's everybody, whether it's Maxine Dupree, whether it's the Usos, everybody has a story.
Everyone has a story, and the fans, whether they're cheering or booing, were into just about everything they saw tonight. That is the thing.
How you end this? If they're in the crowd, pyro's going off, and everybody's yeet, yeet, yeet.
Right? This is like when the New Age Outlaws were over, and your IC champion was over, and your world champion was over. In whatever way, the booing or cheering, it didn't matter. Everybody, you were getting You had fucking Undertaker and Kane in the mid card. Like it happens, guys.
They were
Not
tag
every-
champs, yeah.
right? It's just like Undertaker didn't have like a 25-year career as world champion. He was in the middle of the shows at times.
Oh, absolutely. And again, it still is always hilarious to me of you're gonna see everybody that's gonna love this moment that hated the Jey Uso singles run, and or you're gonna see people that the FOMO needs to be studied, but that's how they go off the air. I think that's a fantastic way to end Monday Night Raw in 2025.
I would agree.
The Usos go off the air as tag champs. Super feel good moment. Yes, it's a quick title change, but everybody's happy. You send the people home happy.
Yeah. And anyone that if you read anyone out there about the quick title change, just cite the case of Samoa Joe, because that kind of counters that argument real fucking quick, don't it? At the end of the day, the crowd was into so much that happened tonight. The energy was good tonight. Again, a lot of building for Netflix and their anniversary and all that fun stuff. Hell of a main event. Title change I'm good with. Stephanie McClure won a match, which was decent. Overall, pretty good night. We take a rating out of 10 for all of them, Nick.
Well, you said it was a great match on an average night. So how do you feel?
I stand by that. I think it was a great night. An average night, good energy. Again, nothing epic happened. So you got to call it they threw out a bit of a softball, but they did it very well. And like I said, the crowd was into a lot of it. They get a bit of a bonus mark for ballsy title change. I'm going to go 7.5.
Really? Oh, I was not expecting that with you saying average show. With a
7's about average. So,
no, that's above average. Like 5's average, my guy.
7's a C. We're good.
I'm not going to argue fucking U.S. versus Canadian education system right now. Well, that explains why we're in the state we are versus the state y'all in. But I digress. I'll say a 7. I don't know. I can see it with a 7.5 if it was really good.
I just gave him the bump for the title change, so I just gave him the 0.5.
Well, you had the title change, and Austin Theory was really good in it. Overall, I think it was a really good Monday Night Raw. It was a really good way to end 2025.
So you sound like you should be higher than I am.
No, I'm still going to be at least a 7. I'm not going higher than you.
Right. But yeah, no, all the elements were there. It was a good wrestling show. Wasn't boring. Again, I think at times we're looking for every show to be like this burning show of just chaos, and the crowd was into everything. So the internet audience can say whatever they want. The live crowd fucking loved it. And good for the Usos, 9-time champs.
I think they did a lot of place setting for 2026 with tonight. Raquel and Stephanie's probably going to set up for the future. The Usos, now the tag champs. You're still setting up Austin Theory and the Vision.
Yeah.
And that whole thing, I think tonight was a really good start to set the tone for 2026.
I would agree with that in a lot of ways. And I see the comment from Jose that they took the SI article. I hope they did. I hope they read it. Yeah. I hope they pinned it on their board. I hope it's that type of vibe of we'll stick it on the fucking wall and make sure that list don't look like that next year. That'd be ideal. And they should listen, because there's enough people out there that do feel like the Fed didn't have a great year. Some people default that it means AEW won the battle. I think they both kind of could do better next year.
Well, Jose, I want that as a meme of send that to me of Triple H's head on MJ on Michael
Wolverine.
And I took that personally.
Oh shit.
But I also think, to be honest, to me, it is not because AEW closed the gap. It's because WWE fell back. That 2025 feels like it's a lot closer than it needs to be or should be. So I think this is WWE realizing, no, we're gonna separate ourselves again from this. If we don't like that we've got knocked on the chin, and now this is a comeback.
Well, and it's funny because WWE is the guys that love to flex their press, right? Sports Illustrated and and ESPN and the New York Times, they love flexing their press. So when Sports Illustrated comes out and says, hey, whether you and I agree with their opinion or not, they were brave enough to post that as their opinion.
Well, then you double down with ESPN, who they're partners with, that's saying, hey, my guy, this was like a C, this one was like a B at best. Like that's a swift little blow on the chin of saying, hey, you can't rest on your laurels and morals.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated and Bleacher Report and such might like Becky Lynch. They ain't liking WWE's product very much right now. So, again, and a huge opportunity for Tony Khan. Again, not negative about AEW. I just think it's an opportunity that they have to. MJF's the champ now. Going into next year, they have a real big opportunity to cook. And again, keep plugging away.
Prove what the people say about you. Prove that that's true.
Yeah, 7.5. Live up to it. And again, Triple H, take it as a challenge. Only the fans win from this shit, guys.
Again, this is why the fucking tribalistic shit is. We're the fallout shelter. We're the WFU. we're out there just trying to be the peace treaty between everything. Of if you really think about it, when both companies are competitive, you get some really good fucking wrestling. Who would have thunk it?
Right. Oh, we don't have good matches. We blah, blah, blah. All right, the last match we do on Raw in this year, let's make it a fucking banger and have a title change. Good for us.
All right.
7.5. I give it a 9. Shocking moment of the night is the Usos winning the tag titles tag team championship. Everyone from me to you to KJ and Nick, Happy New Year 2026. See you guys for SmackDown. Well, we are back tomorrow, as we will get through some of these, but 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. They should have had more. 7.5, 0 out of 10. No Trish.
They only had 1. They didn't have 2.
Right. 7.25 out of 10 knee pads. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. Right.
Which one are you saying is a fair assessment? That they needed more live? I need more cowbell. You're walking. I need more cowbell.
I think 7.25 is a good solid number.
That's right down the middle.
Right, 8.5, fair enough. 7.4, 7.5. Stop bitching about the quick title changes. Kane won the title back from Stone Cold and King of the Ring back in 1998. They lost it the next night on Raw. God damn it! No, that's good.
Why you bring it up? Bad memories for me. I hated growing up of Kane losing the. I marked the fuck out when Kane actually won the world title, and this son of a bitch won it. Turned around and lost it the next night.
Shit. Yeah, man, it happened.
It was the original Eddie Kingston.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I almost want to sit down with like a group of modern fans and run them through some like old wrestling just to watch them freak out. Like, what are you? Holy shit! There's like the baby faces get beat up again.
A Joe Hendry concert. Can you survive a rock concert?
People are so dumb. Missed the first hour. Oh, I'm glad your power's back on, Dale, and hopefully we can keep you entertained in the interim. Love the promos. Backstage stuff was solid. Austin Theory's story moved forward. I enjoyed this. I'm with everything he just said. It works. 7 out of 10. 7.5, 6. We're back there. 7. How did we do this? Let's roll down. You guys are saying stuff. 7 out of 10. Or 7.5, 7.5. So everyone's kind of on the consensus. And as we remind everyone, 8 out of 5. That's a Grizzly. As we say, Nick, we get more votes in this chat than Cage Match does. So as far as I'm concerned, we're more credible than Cage Match.
Well, and I'm not even I'll briefly mention about Bruce Pritchard going and pointing out how Dave Meltzer has no credit. I've seen a lot of videos saying, can we leave Dave Meltzer in 2025 of pro wrestling? But can we do that? And can we leave Cage Match in 2025? Because like you said,
right,
we'll do a poll even after the stream on top of everybody that talks, and we'll get more votes on a rating for what the show is than a Cage Match rating. But
and you know what?
That gets held in high regard.
Yeah, it's so stupid. And at times where I'm like, the show was okay, it was a 6, and then you look at the posts and it got an A. Like people liked it. Like again, we want to hear the opinions, folks.
Right.
But definitely any day of the week you can clip this. Let's leave Dave Meltzer in 2025. It is time to get away from the Observer. It is time to stop quoting him. It's no different than quoting Nick or I. Get rid of Meltzer. We do not need him. He is a blemish on the wrestling world.
Oh no, it's
And we'd be
different
a
because
lot
we're
better.
much better and much more credible and actually have this thing called a personality and can complete a coherent point.
Sometimes.
When we get back around there, we at least admit
We always get there.
But see, that's the thing is we'll at least admit if we're wrong on something, or at least admit if we have a fault. This man with his fucking pepper dyed hair and everything wants to sit there and just go to bat 3005 for anything and everything out there. And it's just we know the fucking old time rag and song dance here. Can we just admit that it's not going to work and let him lie?
Yeah, let him be. People quote him like he's the news. It's bullshit. I think you guys, KJ and Nick, don't like Liv Morgan at all. You guys have hate on her. Are you fucking kidding me? I love this one. Maybe smile so big because Liv is unbelievably good. She is gorgeous. She's good at her job. She is outstanding. 316. The giggle, the issue is she is not the whole fucking show, my guy.
No, it ties in perfectly. And again, appreciate you 316. And no, love us some Liv. Highlighted her when she was out there before and everything. Very fitting with the Meltzer topic and the AW try hard, die hards and everything. You just beat the point over the head so much that it's almost one of those, like, I just now at this point want to root against you because I'm sick of hearing you fucking talk about it. That's the thing. It's not even that I don't like Liv, but it's, we get it, dog. We like her. We get that you want her to be the greatest, but we get it. We don't need to keep bringing it up.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and the last one I'm going to click on because I did want to mention, Meltzer can go away. He's again, we don't have any connection to him, obviously. Jim Cornette has been mailing it in, been a little lukewarm lately. Kind of, even he feels like I don't want to do this. I'm so sick of bitching about this company. So we'll see what happens in 2026 with Jim.
Well, we'll see what happens with 2026 in pro wrestling. I think this all but outside of tomorrow for NXT, this all but buttons up pro wrestling in 2025, my guy.
Yeah, we're back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a shindig and a feats up kind of night. We will watch some NXT with y'all and have a fun one. And it will be our last stream with us on it. But stay tuned because we're going to do what we did with the Yuletide Log. We're going to do it for New Year's. Again, just a nice place for everyone to come say hello. So don't forget that. Click the little bell. We're back on Friday. We're back on Sunday. We got lots more coming your way as we kick off and end 2025 and 2026 all in one swoop. We're done. We're it. That's it. We're almost done. We're almost out.
I got 5 on it. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talking about that rest, you put that 4 live with it.
Dick, come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip side. What's up, ghouls? Good night.